All right, hello, and we are live with some more Steeler football after a personal 1 week hiatus for me, at least. You know, much like the Steelers, taking a bit of a bye week, got to travel home, see family, which was very, very nice. But yeah, kicking off in the noon slate today. So, about 5 minutes time are going through a lot of the pregame stuff here. Um, but I still think, definitely very important for the Steelers to kind of continue some of the momentum that we picked up in Dublin. I think that win in Dublin is a very good sign, but I still think there is work to do. And I think that a divisional matchup is going to be a big part of that. I know there's a whole bunch of players coming back. I know they showed Alex Highsmith on the sideline. Jalen Ramsey is back. I'm pretty sure Joey Porter Jr. is back. So we got a whole bunch of players coming back on the defensive side of the ball. Obviously, with the bye week to get a little bit more healthy to potentially, uh, really challenge rookie Dylan Gabriel, who of course is coming into only his second start at quarterback of the Cleveland Browns, but I think definitely showed some potential also against the Vikings offense and the Browns international matchup with the Vikings last weekend. Uh, so I think there's going to be a lot of really interesting things to watch. I think that you have to keep in mind that um, you know it's going to be the Browns defense against the Steelers offense. That's going to be the real question. I'm kind of hoping to see us maybe establish the run a little bit. Uh, Again, it's gonna be a very tall order for this Steelers O line to answer the call and show a whole bunch of kind of success starting to run, keeping pressure off of Aaron Rodgers. But they showed well against Minnesota a week ago. On the defensive side of the ball, I think the guy you got to watch for Cleveland is going to be Quinshon Judkins and that Browns run game. Judkins has looked very good so far this week. We saw Mike Tomlin speak very highly of him at a couple of different points. So I think that's going to be a guy to keep an eye on. Again, there's I think a lot of unknowns with Dylan Gabriel. Played very solidly last weekend, despite the loss to the Vikings in the parts of the game that I watched there. Didn't get to watch the entirety of it, but did get to watch a decent chunk of that one. Sorry, I'm just getting pinged, so I'm gonna mute that briefly. Apologies. There we go. So we're still getting set up. We're not drinking today because I'm recovering a little bit. Checking in, you got me for the stream. Thank you, man. But definitely looking. The AFC North matchups are gritty. They're ugly. Not always the greatest football to watch. And again, because I will be pounding fluids throughout the majority of the stream, we'll see how much energy I have. But hey, it should be some good football. We'll see again. First the Steelers team could just as easily be 1-3, but in the past 2 weeks of football, the Steelers have been the only team in the AFC North to win a game. So I think that is a good sign. Obviously, no Joe Flacco today, with him being traded to the Cincinnati Bengals earlier this week. Earlier this week. So he will be in Cincinnati now for when we play them next week. So that'll be an interesting kind of situation to keep an eye on. So if anything happens to Dylan Gabriel, we will be seeing the debut of Shedeur Sanders, who was officially named QB2. So again, bunch of interesting storylines here. I am going to make sure that I am fully set up here. I do have the Browns depth chart up. I'll go ahead and I'll pull the Steelers one up too, just the way I know everybody here. Steelers depth chart. There we go. Again, just trying to make sure we're fully set up here. As obviously, I'm not able to call out exactly everybody Yeah, Joey Porter Jr. back. Jalen Ramsey, I believe, is healthy. Obviously, with Deshaun Elliott, um, come back against the end of the game against the Minnesota Vikings, and that was a very, very good addition. It does look like we are about to get rolling here, though. Of course, I am a little bit more delayed than the kind of traditional cable is. So if you're watching side by side, I'll try to give some early time syncs here, so that way we can get set up. But I do get the CBS broadcast, which is in Ian Eagle and JJ Watt. But yeah, it should be an interesting one. But yeah, Week 6, Steelers looking to potentially advance to 4-1. Browns, I believe, are 2-4. Never mind, we're back in commercial. We're at commercial briefly. It's it's FanDuel. Oh, yeah. Again, I am a little bit hungover, so that's a thing. But we'll see how some of this continues. Also, not going to be a ton of clapping because I scraped up my palm pretty good. But yeah, again, should be an interesting game, and of course, looking forward to that. Oh, Garrett Wilson, healthy to questionable. Shit, that's not good. I guess I can pull. Yeah, words are hard. I can pull up fantasy as well. Who do I have in this? Oh, wait. Okay, so Garrett Wilson got hurt during the game. I forgot that was the morning game. Also, it ended 13-11, so I don't think I missed much. Benched RJ Harvey only got 6.5, so that's not too bad either. And then it looks like Xavier Worthy is healthy, so that's good. Again, still at commercial for my broadcast, so still waiting for kickoff. So it might be a couple. So we might be like a minute behind actually, because it's 12:02. Nope, still in commercials. Come on. Are we gonna start or no? Okay, no, it's more Uber Eats. It's Uber Eats commercials. Oh boy. All right, now we're gonna kick off. I set the stream to start like 5 minutes, 5 minutes before kickoff, because that gives me a little bit of time to open up and do some of the waffle a little bit. But yeah, we are taking a look now at some of the the pregame highlight reel. But this game is of course being played in Pittsburgh, and all the Steeler fans piling out for the in-division matchup. So it's going to be Gainwell back deep to receive the kick, as the Steelers' offense will be starting with the ball in this one. So it will be kicked off here. Browns kicker is Andre Schmidt, SZMYT. And ball's fielded up to the 10, 15, 20, cuts to the right, up to the 25, tries to spin out of a defender and is going to get brought down at about the 28-yard line. So that's where the Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers will start. So we'll see how this goes. Call me crazy, and many do. I have the Browns in this one. Again, it's very hard to tell, very hard to predict how AFC North matchups will go, and I think that there are enough questions about the Steelers team still that's not an unrealistic possibility. But Aaron Rodgers, 3-0 in his career against the Browns, 9 touchdowns, no picks, but of course none of those in an in-division matchup. He's going to go out of the gun here. He's going to have Jalen Warren lined up to his right on first down. It's going to be a 3 tight end set for the Steelers. Darnell Washington brought in motion to be, fakes the handoff, rolling right, fires, Darnell Washington up over midfield, down the 45 to the 40 to 35, fumbles the ball, but it goes out of bounds. And so Darnell Washington on the board early, and it's a huge first down on a blown coverage for Cleveland, as Darnell Washington, The big body tight end sneaks out and is on his own completely and able to just go running. Luckily, that ball does bounce out of bounds, and Cleveland unable to recover. It was number 7 for the Browns who forced that fumble from behind. But again, Steelers retain possession here and quickly get down into Cleveland territory. So down all the way to the Cleveland 36 on the first play from scrimmage. Rodgers going to go under center. DK Metcalf here going to line up as a fullback with Jalen Warren in the backfield. Going to be a handoff up the middle to Warren. He's going to try to bounce it outside, shakes a couple of defenders, falls forward, gets over to the 35, and down to the 33 for a 3-yard pickup on first down. Make it second down and 7, 13:49, 8-7 left to go here in the first quarter. Key matchup on the offensive line for the Steelers as well is going to be Broderick Jones against Myles Garrett. Broderick Jones has given up 4 sacks this season. Of course, 3 of those coming against the New York Jets, so he's gotten much better over the last 3 games. But Myles Garrett, 13 career sacks against the Steelers. He's been very proficient there. Metcalf going to check out of the game here after lining up at fullback on that last play. Rodgers in the gun. Warren lined up to his right. Going to be a handoff to Warren again. Who's going to go up the middle. Going to get up to about the 30-yard line before he's taken down. So it's going to be another 3 yards there. It's going to make it third down and a fairly manageable 4. Seeing Roman Wilson check out. So, starting to see the second-year Steelers wide receiver a little bit. We'll see how much he potentially gets involved in the pass game here. Would certainly love to see that after seeing Darnell Washington get involved early. But Rodgers going to go out of the gun here. Third down and 4, working from the Cleveland 30. Warren lined up to his left. Under 13 minutes now left to go. Warren going to line up to his right now. 3 wide receivers to the near side. Rodgers. Browns showing blitz here. Takes a snap. Browns bringing 5. Rodgers surveying. Looks, pumps, fires, complete. It's to Jonnu Smith, who does enough to pick up the first down just shy of the 25-yard line. Takes a big hit there, but just a bit of a rub route there. And, and Rodgers doing a nice job finding Jonnu Smith, and Jonnu Smith doing a great job to hold on as Delpit laid into him. But Steelers drive stays alive here. 12:03, 12:02, 12:01, 12 minutes left to go in the first quarter here. The play clock going to wind down. I think the Steelers going to call a timeout here. Steelers not doing great here. Calling an early timeout. There was a bit of a struggle going. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers pointing to his helmet that there's maybe issues getting the play call. So not sure what's going on there. But of course, he'd like for it to be fixed. But yeah, early timeout here for the Steelers with 11:52 left to go in the first quarter. Oh, excuse me. Again, just trying to figure out what's going on there. Aaron Rodgers motioning something to either Arthur Smith or Mike Tomlin. Not sure which one that was. But again, fresh set of downs. Rodgers in the gun is going to be Gainwell checking into the game here. Line up to his left. Browns in their base 4-3. Rodgers takes a snap. Surveying. Fires to his left. Going to overthrow DK Metcalf. Coverage by Denzel Ward. So that one will fall incomplete. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 on what to look to be a bit of a miscommunication between the quarterback and receiver. So yeah, 11:49 to go in the first. Rodgers in the gun, Gainwell to his left. It's going to be Skoranek going in motion to the far side. Rodgers looking to suss things out with the hard count. Skoranek going in motion again. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Gainwell. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside. He's going to end up going down behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to end up being a loss of 1 yard there. And so it's going to bring up 3rd and long. They're showing a graphic here. No team in the AFC North has a positive point differential coming into this week. Even the Steelers, who have a point differential of -2. Of course, all 4 of their games so far this season have run fairly close. And Philadelphia, the only other team in the NFL with a negative point differential and a winning record. So I guess that's just Pennsylvania football at the moment. 3rd and 11, Rodgers in the gun. Warren lined up to his left. Going to motion Warren out. Takes a snap. 4-man rush for Cleveland. Rodgers fires over the head of Jonnu Smith. So that's going to fall incomplete again. And Steelers trying to get some of that quick throw play going. Myles Garrett bearing down on Aaron Rodgers. Doing a nice little sidestep. And yeah, just again, another miscommunication there as I think Rodgers a little bit rushed. It's going to bring out Chris Boswell for the first time today to attempt the extra point. The field goal. This one from 44, left hash, snap, hold, kick. And it's right through the uprights, and the Steelers take an early 3-0 lead here against the Cleveland Browns as the Wizard of Oz strikes. And that'll take us into our first commercial break with 10:55. It's the Steelers 3, Browns nothing. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I don't have a ton of energy. Oh, boy. Yeah. Energy is going to be at a minimum. We are a little bit hungover here, so figuring out some things on that front. Definitely a lot to work with. But, again, we'll figure it out as things go. And, yeah. Otherwise, we're just going to hang out and enjoy it. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to need... Honestly, I probably should have gotten like a coffee or something before this. Oh. Coffee might have been an idea. Though to be fair, it was pretty... I wouldn't say comatose, but I sent a voice memo somewhere that I woke up this morning and listened to again. And it was a I don't know if I'd call it a gift to myself, but... I don't know. But yeah, again, in the first commercial break here, Steelers with pretty explosive first play to Darnell Washington, but unable to turn that into a full 7 points. Again, we'll just have to stick with 3. All right. Yeah, still working on getting some of the energy going. We are coming out of commercial, though. So, yeah, we'll see how some of this game continues to pan out, as I think, you got the, both offenses being rather questionable. So I think that because I think you have 4 rookies on this Browns starting offense, if I'm not mistaken. 3 that are, Harold Fannin at tight end, Dylan Gabriel, of course, the quarterback. Kick is away from Boswell. It's going to be fielded on the far side, the 5 to the 10 to the 15, over the 20, 25, stood up. Very nice tackle there, I believe. That was Ben Skoranek making the tackle there. Or sorry, no, that was 44. That was Peyton Wilson, I believe, making the stop. And so that's where the Browns offense will now take over. Also, Colts into the end zone early against the Cardinals as Tyler Warren finds the end zone. Hey, Viper Eyes, what's up? I can tell you that in a second. I can tell you that once we get to the next commercial break, Viper Eyes. I don't know off the top of my head. Browns going to show under center, but going to motion out into an empty set here on 1st and 10, working from their own 28-yard line. Dylan Gabriel takes a snap, 4-man rush for the Steelers. Gabriel standing in the pocket, going to throw over the middle through the hands of, that's number 3. I believe that's Quinshon Judkins. Who is number 3? Number 3 is Jerry Jeudy. Apologies. Who, as that pass sails incomplete. And so Dylan Gabriel with a first snap misfire here. So again, Dylan Gabriel, going to be the interesting guy to keep an eye on. But fourth Browns rookie to throw multiple TDs in his first career start. He's going to go under center here on 2nd down and 10. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Judkins, who's going to get swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. A horde of Steelers tacklers there. Hayward leading at the point of attack. To be honest, watching the Steelers game that was on in Dublin was very interesting, even though I had zero clue what was going on. Hey, that's pretty good. Always enjoy that. And I think that was, kind of our first, I would say, properly, good game that we've played this season, at least in terms of on-field production. Or it's, certainly the game that's given me the most confidence. But now 3rd down and 10. So Dylan Gabriel, tall order here. Again, working from the Browns 28. Takes a snap, empty set. Flags fly early. Gabriel looking, fires over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. With 10 minutes to go here in the first, we'll have to see what the flag is for. And TJ Watt's getting flagged for offside. So that's going to make it less of a tall task for Dylan Gabriel now, but I think certainly still tough after that falls incomplete. Taking a look at the replay here, and I'm not convinced that he is off. He doesn't look offsides there. TJ Watt doesn't look very offsides. But 3rd down and 5 now. So again, a fresh look here for the Browns. Empty set again for Gabriel. The Steelers going to rush 4 again. Gabriel standing in, fires over the middle, complete for a first down. That's to Jerry Jeudy. Oh, wait, the ball came out late. Oh, did they blow the play dead? It looked like Juan Thornhill may have stripped that ball loose, but I think they blew the whistle early. But yeah, Dylan Gabriel picks up his first completion of the game. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Browns now, working from their own 45-yard line. Dylan Gabriel under center, going to be handoff to Judkins, running left. Highsmith off the edge is going to wrap up Judkins in the backfield. And there's some pushing and shoving after the play as a flag flies late. Porter and Jeudy getting into it early. And so we'll have to see what the call is here. Was a gain of a yard for the Browns on 1st down. And we got an unnecessary rough. Ow! I forgot about clapping. Clapping is not good. I hurt my hand yesterday. Jerry Jeudy gets flagged for unnecessary roughness. So that's going to push the Browns back 15 yards now, and that's after the play. So yeah, a little bit of late hand fighting. Jeudy giving Porter a little bit of a palm to the helmet, and he's the one that will get flagged. So the down counts as well. So that should make it. I believe that should make it 2nd down and 24 now for the Browns. It's going to be 2nd down and 23. They're going to call it a 2-yard gain. Gabriel, running back, lined up to his left, bringing a man in motion to the far side. Takes a snap. 4-man rush again for the Steelers. Gabriel looking, fires to his left, checks it down to 22. I believe that is Sampson. Yes, that is Dylan Sampson, the other Browns rookie running back, picking up that completion. Tackle made in the open field by Jalen Ramsey after a pickup of I think about 5 or 6 yards. Again on that check down there. So now it's going to be 3rd and 19 here for the Browns offense as the Steelers defense looking to hold firm on the first attempt from this Browns offense. So again, you want to see the pass rush really start to put the pressure on Gabriel. Steelers bringing 4. Gabriel standing in, fires, complete, and no, it's dropped by Jerry Jeudy. just on a quick little hitch route, just trying to get back to the original sticks. And so the Browns will have to bring out the punt unit here. Queen and Wilson in coverage, and Gabriel getting a little bit of pressure on Gabriel. So again, 4th and 19. So good work from the Steelers' defense on this opening drive. It's going to be Corey Bajorquez back to punt. Snap, and the punt is away cleanly. Going to be fielded just shy of the 15, cutting out up 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. He's got man to beat up over midfield and into Browns territory as it's another big play from the Steelers as it's a great return. Who the hell is number 85? There is a flag thrown. Keyshawn Williams with the huge return. So that could be a Steelers player to keep an eye on as it was a very nice return. So Keyshawn Williams could very well be a name to remember here. We're getting an illegal blindside block. Are you serious? What do you mean? What is he supposed to do? God damn it. So that's gonna take away the big return. But the Steelers will get the ball back. Damn it. Well, we're back to commercial. Alright. Well, Viperize, I can help you out here if you're still listening. I can give a buddy a little bit of a sneak peek. As long as I can find the driver lineups. There we go. Oh, one sec. Oh, Jesus, man. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot of water today. But yeah, again, at commercial break here, still in the first quarter. I didn't see how much time was left. Yeah, I mean, hopefully for tomorrow's Monday night stream, should have a little bit more energy. But we'll see exactly how some of this continues to pan out. Definitely would appreciate a like and a subscribe if you haven't done so already, though. Always appreciated. Trying to do this every week. I reasonably can. And again, it'll vary from week to week. But again, we're here. We're gonna enjoy some football and hopefully some more Steelers victories as the season progresses. But got a bunch of interesting games coming up. Obviously, we play the Bengal. Our next four, and I don't think in this order, are the Bengals. I think it's Bengals, Packers, Colts, Chargers in that order. So the Packers and Colts are going to be two very big, very interesting tests to keep an eye on. That could really kind of indicate where the Steelers could be going this season. All right, so yeah, Steelers going to be pushed all the way back now to the 10 instead of working from inside Browns territory. It's going to be up the middle for Jalen Warren, who's going to get swallowed up in the backfield. And so not a good first play. It's going to go down back at the 8. What do you think the Steelers will do next year at QB? I think so. We have obviously we have Mason Rudolph in the building. Rodgers drops back to pass over the middle to Warren. He's going to get up over the 10, try and spin. Going to get down to about the 14, so it's going to make it 3rd down and 6 after a pickup of 6 yards. Um, I think we have Will Howard, who showed some interesting things at camp. Um, my thought right now is if we disregard the draft, then if we don't, I think we could go and get Mac Jones as the next bridge, which wouldn't be excellent, but under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter, by the way. Rodgers in the gun, going to motion out into empty set, takes a snap, looking, firing deep down the right-hand side. Did he catch that? What a catch from DK Metcalf. Falling away in a very tight window. And that's a great play there for a first down. Great ball placement by Aaron Rodgers. And DK Metcalf does a great job to come away with it. It's Campbell in coverage for the Browns. But yeah, I think Mac Jones is a bridge. You have Will Howard in the building as well, who I think does have potential. So again, that Mac Jones at the 1 to at least start the season. Will Howard at the 2. Rodgers under center. Gainwell in the game as the single back. Darnell Washington going in motion to be a handoff up the middle to Gainwell, who's going to try to bounce around a little bit, but he's only going to get up to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 1. That's going to make it second down and 9. Mac Jones is my shot for you guys. 49ers showing his potential. You just have to protect him. Yeah, I mean, I think that there is potential there. I think that we saw that from his rookies. I think, Mac Jones has a lot of potential, which we saw from his rookie year with the Patriots. I think he was kind of shredded by the staff there, not exactly being great. But again, I think it's going to be another interesting offseason for the Steelers. Rodgers under center. Gainwell remains in the game as the single back. Fakes the handoff, play action. Pressure on Rodgers' face. Going to try to spin out of the... Shovel pass there to Gainwell. But Browns swallow that up. But yeah, Rodgers completely just nowhere to go. And just ends up flipping it to Gainwell. So not great there. It's going to be 3rd and 18 here. So loss of 9 on what will go down as effectively a negative pass play. So it's going to be empty set here. Rodgers in the gun, takes a snap. Looking, going to check it down to his right to Gainwell. Is going to get up over the 35, only to about the 37 before he is taken down. And I think that means we're going to see the Steelers punt unit for the first time today. But Rodgers definitely getting pressured a lot early. Jenkins on the tackle for the Browns. Only a pickup of 6 yards there. It's going to bring out Corliss Waitman. Bit of a high snap, but the punt is away cleanly. I'm going to go out of bounds. Going to go out of bounds somewhere. But it does look like we are once again going to be headed to commercial break here with the Steelers retaining a 3-0 lead. Oh, all right, yeah. The energy is very much not there. Yeah, be careful with alcohol, kids. Especially when the place you're at has a card minimum, so you feel like you just need to get to the card minimum every time. Oh, boy. Oh. Yeah, the energy is just not there today. We're gonna continue to chill out, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know what I expected from the Steelers game, but this is about it. I think we've been more explosive than I thought we would be. But also we've been still seeing the Browns' defensive line get to Aaron Rodgers pretty effectively. We haven't established the run super great. So I think there's a lot to keep in mind there. And again, we'll see if we can get better at running the football as the game goes on. But again, that front seven is immense. That front seven of the Browns is immense. So we'll have to see what happens there. But again, at commercial here, still waiting to get our second look at the Cleveland Browns offense. Oh. Yeah, don't scrape up your palm. It sucks. But yeah, we did see it. There were definitely moments. I think generally we did a good job at shutting down the Browns offense, but I think that got I think penalties on both sides played a bit of a factor. God damn. But we are coming out of commercial here, of course, looking at Point State Park. Of course, pretty quiet as pretty much everybody just over to the left across the Allegheny River. But again, 3:54 left to go here in the first quarter. Still 3-0 Steelers. And so all lined up, and it's two tight end set for the Browns. It's going to be fake the handoff. Gabriel looking, surveying, fires over the middle. It's going to be complete. It's going to be, I believe that's Jamari Thrash on the reception. It's going to be second down and less than a yard. Great throw from Gabriel as well. Just finding the little hitch in the zone. Turf hasn't looked great early. There's been a lot of dry spots that have been popping up. But yeah, it is going to be second down and 1 after the 9-yard completion to Thrash. Gabriel under center, extra O-lineman for the Browns. Going to be handoff up the middle. Going to be enough for a first down. Going to pick up 2 yards there. Is Judkins, Queen, and Watt in there on the stop for the Steelers. And so the Browns looking to get something going here as they pick up their second first down of the game. And they're highlighting Judkins here, who hasn't gotten much going early. Steelers run defense doing well here in this first quarter. Going to be back to either side of Gabriel here on 1st and 10, working from the Cleveland 41. Takes a snap. It's going to be a reverse out to the far side to the left. Highsmith sniffs that out immediately. He's going to, that was to, who was that to? I believe that was to Dylan Sampson on the end around. It's only going to be a gain of 1 as Highsmith doing a nice job at sniffing that out and setting the edge. Darius Slay also over there forcing Sampson out of bounds. So second down at 8. 2:32 left to go here in the first quarter. Clock stopped. Judkins going to motion to behind Dylan Sampson. Going to make it the pistol. Now going to be lined up to his left. Gabriel takes snap, looking left, fires over the head of Quinshawn Judkins. There is a flag thrown. Holcomb putting some pressure on Gabriel there. So we'll see what this flag is. It's illegal use of hands to the face. So it's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down. That's on Jabril Peppers, the Steelers' safety. So that's a free first down now for the Cleveland Browns. So their drive will stay alive here. So first down and 10, not yet into Steelers territory. But again, not the start you'd want to see. Play clock winding down. So, all right, Browns going to call timeout here. So Browns will now use their first timeout. But yeah, again, 3-0, 2:28 left to go here in the first. This Browns O-line isn't bad as well. You got Petonio, you got Teller. So the Browns have some pieces on their team. So, I don't know what's going on there. TJ Watt, Mike Tomlin, and an official having a discussion on the sideline during the timeout. So, not sure exactly what that's about. Oh, I might grab. I have a Celsius packet in the kitchen that I might go grab just to get a little bit of an energy kick. But yeah, 2:28 coming out of the timeout. 1st and 10. Gabriel going under center here. Tight end coming in motion to the near side. Gabriel fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, is gonna get sacked. Jalen Ramsey coming in off the edge, finds his way home. Big hit there. Though Ramsey, I think, got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. But a big sack there on 1st down. Going to be a loss of 7 as the Steelers pass rush finds its way home. Ramsey is going to come pretty gingerly off the field. But again, just T.J. Watt taking all the attention that allows Jalen Ramsey to come flying off the edge. And there's nothing Dylan Gabriel can do. Harold Fannin not able to get over there and get a block in. And so again, 2nd down and 17. Ramsey did have to go to the sidelines here. Looks to be in a decent bit of pain, but 2nd and 17 is going to be a handoff to Judkins. Going to try to bounce it outside. Throw a nice little stiff arm, but only going to be able to pick up about a yard. Darius Slay in there on the tackle. Peyton Wilson also rallying to the ball. So it's going to make it 3rd down and 16 now. And so again, Steelers defense starting to show like more and more promise. I think getting healthier has helped that. Obviously getting Highsmith back, obviously getting Porter back. I think the big thing was as 3rd and 16, Gabriel in the gun, running back lined up to his right. Going to be 2 wide receivers spread to either side of Gabriel. Takes us now. Big rush for the Steelers. Gabriel steps up, throws over the middle, complete. That's only up to about midfield. And I think that play got whistled dead. What happened there? I think Darius Slay wrapped him up. The whistle got blown. So Darius Slay let him go. And so it's going to bring up a 4th down now for Cleveland as it only up to midfield. Gabriel also getting taken down pretty late there. Slay and Thornell will get credited for the tackle. It's going to make it 4th down and 8. So the Browns' offensive drive stalls out once again. And the punt is away cleanly. So we'll see. Can the Steelers get another good punt return? No, it's going to go out of bounds pretty early. So it's not going to be a great punt here. Ref continues to run up. He's going to run up all the way to the 29-yard line. So it's only going to be a 21-yard punt. And so the Steelers are going to take over very comfortably here. And so even better field position than last time is great. Oh, okay. Yeah, holy shit. Okay, we're definitely getting caffeinated in between the 1st and the 2nd quarter. Holy shit. Yeah, we're okay, but 6 seconds left here in the 1st quarter, so we'll get one play from the Steelers. Rodgers going to go under center. Browns are going to load up the box. Motion in the near side. It's going to be handoff up the middle. Caleb Johnson with a nice little run. Heading north-south. Is going to pick up about 9 yards there. So very nice for a showing for Caleb Johnson as he'll get up to the 38-yard line, and that'll bring the 1st quarter to a close. The score, Steelers 3, Browns nothing. And the Steelers with the ball looking to potentially strike again, hopefully make this a 2-score lead. Anyway, I need to go get caffeine. Yeah, not having a ton of caffeine was a mistake. Definitely feeling the alcohol. Oh. I have returned, and I'm going to be continuously more caffeinated throughout the course of this one. Oh boy. There we go. Still a commercial here, though. Again, Steelers will have 2nd and 1 from their own, I believe, 38 when we officially start the second quarter. But I think, certainly a good showing from the Steelers early. We've seen a couple of pretty big I mean, I think this game has gone exactly as expected, more or less. It was gonna be a pretty defensive duel. That's what we expected. I think penalties have been pretty killer for the Steelers in the early stages. Have obviously wiped out that long punt return, which would have put the Steelers in great position. And otherwise, only 82 yards of offense in that first quarter, so 6 yards of play. Still very good. And obviously just saw a nice run there from Caleb Johnson, at least to give us a go. But yeah, working from the 38, 2nd down and 1. Johnson remains in the game as the single back. Going to hand it off to him again, and he's going to do enough there to pick up the first down. He's going to get over the 40 to the 41. So it's going to be a pickup of 3 yards there, and the Steelers move the chains. Caffeine. Again, I'll get more and more energy as this goes on. Trust me. But 1st and 10 now. Aaron Rodgers going to go empty set here on 1st and 10. Working from the Steelers 41. Check at the line. Rodgers takes a snap. Looking, surveying. Fires in the direction of Jonnu Smith, but incomplete. Just trying to avoid the sack at that point. But yeah, just nothing opening up. Again, just, that play kind of continues long enough for the pressure to get to Rodgers. It's right on the pressure for Cleveland. Rodgers 6 of 9 for 68 yards today. Of course, the majority of that coming on that early, on that first play strike, first play, blown coverage to Darnell Washington. Rodgers in the gun here. Jalen Warren lined up to his left. Takes snap, going to be a handoff, running right. Warren sheds the tackler up over the 45, up over midfield, and does a great job pinging around into Browns territory and picks up the first down as the Steelers' lead running back now gets his opportunity to rumble on what looked like it was going to be a blown play early. And so again, Warren does a great job there and just lowers the shoulder and goes right through the Browns safety to pick up those couple of extra yards. 4th carry for Warren on the day. He's now up to 16 yards. So run game starting to get a little bit of momentum, which is good to see. Washington going in motion is going to be a toss up the middle to Warren, who's going to try and shake a little bit. Going to end up picking up about 3 yards before he's taken down by a host of Browns. Going to make it 2nd down and 7. All right, we're getting more energy. We're getting there. 2nd and 7 for the Steelers. Again, looking to put points back on the board after an opening drive field goal. Rodgers under center here. Going to check at the line. Browns continuing to load up the box here. Johnny Smith going to go in motion to the far side. It's going to be a toss to Warren, running right. Going to get up to about the 40-yard line. Going to get tackled at the 40, or just past the 41-yard line. So I believe it's going to be a pickup of 4 there, so that should make it 3rd down and 3. But Browns have been very one-sided. Best rushing defense, 2nd best yardage defense in the NFL. Tied for 5th in sacks, tied for 4th in passing yards allowed a game. Again, apologies. I am not 100%. I am not operating at optimum levels. 3rd down and 4. Steelers working for the Browns, 41. Freiermuth going to go in motion to the near side. Gainwell now going to be lined up to Rodgers' left. Rodgers takes snap, handoff, running right to Gainwell is going to do enough to squeeze it free and pick up the first down. And the Steelers starting to find some legs in the run game against what is, again, is a very, very good Browns defense. And the Steelers starting to put some authority on there. And it's great blocking. Frazier down the field. Freiermuth throwing a nice block. And, again, the Steelers running backs doing a nice job shedding tacklers. It's Schweisinger eventually who makes the tackle for Cleveland. But very good there. So, again, fresh set down to Steelers now comfortably into Browns territory. 11:25 to go in the first. Now at the Browns 32, Rodgers in the gun. Gainwell going to go in orbit motion, going to fake the toss, going to be throwing deep over the head of Darnell Washington, who had one-on-one coverage, and Aaron Rodgers just misses him. Oh, he's 6'7", and just put it just over his head. So pretty nice play design there. Good to seeing some motion going on there, and Rodgers knows it. Rodgers knows he missed him. So second down and 10 now. And so I think you're still seeing some of the, some of the rust there. Rodgers in the gun, running back lined up to his left. Skoranek going to go in motion, but going to stay on the near side. Rodgers takes a snap, surveying, fires deep down the left-hand side. Oh, Metcalf not able to come away with it. Oh, very close to another great catch from Metcalf. It's Campbell on the coverage. But again, just Rodgers seeing that one-on-one down the sidelines. Gives Metcalf a shot, but it goes off the back of Campbell, who's doing a nice job there in coverage. And that's going to make it third down and 10 now. Rodgers looking for pass interference potentially, not going to get it. So it's going to be empty set here. Again, third and 10. Browns showing a lot of pressure at the line. Takes the snap. They're going to bring 5. Rodgers looking, fires. Left side. Going to be off the hands of Metcalf. Wouldn't have been enough for a first down, but that's going to make it fourth down and 10 now. And so with 11:06, we're going to be seeing the Steelers field goal unit again more than likely. And just off the hands of DK Metcalf. I believe it's Campbell again on the coverage. But man coverage there. Browns bring 5. Rodgers has to get rid of it. It's going to bring Boswell back out to attempt another Steelers field goal. This one's going to be 50 yards from the right hash. Boswell kick is up, and it's through. So Chris Boswell puts the Steelers back on the board, and it's a 6-0 lead as that one sneaks inside the right upright. And it's good work again from the Pittsburgh Steelers to take a 6-0 lead, and will once again head to commercial break. Oh. Energy is at a fucking premium, man. Oh, Jesus. I think we're good. I'll be okay. God damn. We're definitely, I know, I'm definitely doing sausage pasta for dinner because I need the carbs. Oh boy. 6-0 Steelers after the Boswell field goal. Got to see the run game get more involved there, which I think was great. Definitely want to see more of that. Obviously, that drive stalling out on 3 pass plays, so I think, would want to work in more of the working more of that run game a bit more consistently. Obviously, just a miss from Rodgers on first down would have been a big moment. But we'll see. We'll see exactly what happens. But dang it. Hangover is fucking messing with me, dude. Oh. Man. Oh boy. But yeah. So again, gotta see the Steelers defense hopefully continue to perform well. And as it does look like we are about to come out of. Nope, we're not about to come out of commercial break. It's more CVS ads. But again, I feel like the Steelers defense has been pretty good early. Obviously, haven't forced any turnovers, but have kept the Browns offense pretty quiet so far. Obviously, with the Steelers offense struggling to kind of cap off drives, you'd want to change that. But we'll see what happens here. 11:01 left to go here in the first half. Oh, and we are set up to kick it back away, as the kick from Boswell is away. And we field it up over the 10 to the 15 to the 20, trying to bounce it around. Going to be tackled short of the 30-yard line. Going to be at the 27 is where the Steelers will take back over. Again, just got to see, we want to see the Steelers defense continue to work here. Turnover would be great. 3 and out would be great. I want to see us continue to stop the run. Obviously, see TJ Watt get on the board with the sack would be great as well. So, lined up here on 1st and 10. Browns working from their own 28. Gabriel the gun running back lined up to his left. Fannin coming in motion to the near side. Gabriel takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff up the middle to Judkins, who's going to get over the 30 and be tackled at about the 31-yard line. Oh. Excuse me. Going to be a pickup of 3 there. Wait, Greg Newsome got traded? When did Greg Newsome... When did I miss this? Greg Newsome got traded to the Jags? Whoa, okay. How did I miss that? That was bigger news than the Flacco trade. What? All right. Well, it's going to be 2nd and 7 now. Gabriel in the gun. Running back lined up to his left. Takes a snap. Going to be a handoff running right this time at Sampson, who's going to pick up about another 3 yards there. So Sampson doing a good job at trying to keep those, legs turning to make it, should be 3rd down and 4 here. TJ Watt there on the tackle, as was Patrick Queen. So 3rd and 4. Clock continuing to wind down. 9:37 left to go in the half. So big moment here. Gabriel checking at the line. 9:30 left to go in the half. Steelers showing blitz. Running back lined up to his right. Steelers going to bring 5. Gabriel surveying. And he's going to go down. Gabriel goes down to a horde of Steelers. There is a flag thrown. TJ Watt was one of the first players there. And it's going to be holding on the offense, so penalty will be declined. So we got 2 of those things. We got TJ Watt on the board with a sack, and we got a 3 and out. That's Cam Robinson going to get flagged for the hold. But yeah, tons of Steelers in there. You got Harmon in there. You got Watt in there. I believe you had Herbig in there as well. And TJ Watt very happy to get on the board with a sack. And that'll bring up the Browns punting unit here on 4th down and 10. And so the punt is away cleanly. So we'll give the Steelers special teams unit another chance to work. Field up the 15, up over the 20. Tries to shake a man, up over the 20. And actually going to be a very nice tackle there from the Browns. Number 86 on coverage. Does a very nice job wrapping him up. That's Blake Whiteheart making the tackle. Ugh. All right. Again, energy is very lacking. We are back to commercial once again, though. I'm just waiting for I need the caffeine to kick in. Actually, I have some pad thai in the fridge that I could also have. got a good chunk of people in chat as well, so thank you, as always, for swinging by. Definitely be sure to drop a like if you haven't done so already. It's always appreciated. A little bit lower energy stream this one, not only because it's Steelers-Browns, which generally isn't the most exciting football, but also nursing a little bit of a hangover. So I'm kind of surprised that I'm not sitting here in sunglasses, and with curtains drawn, with blinds drawn at this point. It's not super miserable, but why it's enjoying. It's why I get an opportunity to sit on the couch and enjoy some football today. So very solid recovery day. But again, always appreciate it. Yeah, of course the score is currently 6-0 in commercial here. So we'll see if the Steelers offense can hopefully cap off a drive with a touchdown this time. Though, of course, any points on this drive would give the Steelers a 2-possession edge. All right. 6-0. Yeah. I don't think there's too much else to talk about right now. Oh, there's the headache creeping in. All right. I just mentioned, hey, I'm nursing a hangover. Was thinking to myself, I don't have a massive headache yet. Now it's starting to show up. All right. Coming out of commercial here, so we'll be seeing the Steelers offense for their 4th drive of the game. .57 left to go here in the half. And Steelers, 1st and 10 from their own 21. Rodgers in the gun. It's going to be, I believe that's Warren lined up to his right. No, it's Johnson, but it's going to be a quick screen to Jonnu Smith, who's going to get up over the 25 and end up getting wrapped up at the 27-yard line. So the quick screen there going for 6 yards. Steelers, great record coming off a bye, 778 since Mike Tomlin took over. 778 win percentage, I should say. Rodgers under center. Johnson remains in the game as the single back. Miller going to go in motion to the far side. Going to be a handoff up the middle. Going to be met just at the line of scrimmage, though. Very nice play by, I believe that's Collins on the stop for the Browns. It's going to be a gain of 1. It's going to make a 3rd down and 3 on the up the middle for the Steelers rookie running back. Fuck my head. Yeah, it was Malik Collins on the stop. And again, very nice play from the Browns defensive tackle. Rodgers in the gun. Is going to be Warren checking the game, lined up to his left. 3 tight ends set for the Steelers. Rodgers takes snap, rolls to a design rollout to the right. Rodgers going to have to reverse back left. Is he going to try to take off running? Going to be a shovel pass. Jalen Warren comes away with it. Rodgers and Warren doing a great job to extend the play and pick up the 1st down. Going to design rollout to the right. Rodgers had to reverse, run all the way back left. Had Myles Garrett bearing down on him from behind and just did a little bit of a shovel pass to Jalen Warren to be able to pick up the 1st down. We're looking at some replays here. And it is going to be a 1st down. Steelers go a little bit up-tempo to make sure they get the snap off. Going to be complete to DK Metcalf. He's going to pick up a 1st down and more up over midfield on a quick little out route. Going to get down to the Browns' 47-yard line. And so the Steelers' offense starting to get a nice little chug. And again, it's just that quick game to Metcalf. Doing a nice job as well, using his athleticism to turn it upfield. It's going to be 1st down and 10 once again for the Steelers. DK Metcalf, 2nd catch of the game. He's now up to 44 yards on the day. Rodgers going to go under center. Going to fake the handoff to Warren. Rodgers rolling to his right. Continuous survey, direct traffic. Going to take off running. Going to get pushed from behind after only a gain of 2, though. believe it was 90 for the Browns, applying the pressure. That is, who was 90 for Cleveland? That is, who was 90? Joe Tryon? I think it's Joe Tryon Shoyenka was in there on the stop. That's a name and a half. Second down and 8 for the Steelers. Under 6 minutes left to go in the half. Rodgers going to motion Warren out into empty set. Takes a snap. Browns bringing 5. Rodgers fires to his right. Complete. Darnell Washington going to do a good job picking up a first down and a little bit more. Gets up over the 35. Down to the 33-yard line. And picks up another first down. So again, starting to utilize the big body of Darnell Washington a bit more, which is great to see. And especially when you have the big 6'7" body of Mount Washington, you better use it. And, we've seen him mostly in the running game so far. So it's certainly good to start to see Darnell get more and more involved in the pass game. Fresh set of downs for the Steelers as they look to march once again. Rodgers under center. Brings Skoranek in motion. Fakes the handoff again. Rodgers rolling right. Gonna throw it, looking to check it down to Washington, but it's gonna fall incomplete. Ball a little bit low as well as Rodgers with pressure in his face. And again, just another miscommunication. Darnell Washington's 4th target of the game. So good to see the Steelers tight ends start to get involved a bit more. Definitely want to see Pat Freiermuth start to get a couple of targets as well. But again, very good to see there. But second down and 10. Clock stopped with 5:02 in the half. Johnny Smith get a motion into the fullback spot. Rodgers under center, I formation. Going to motion to an offset I. It's going to be a false start here. As looked to be a bit of a misdirection toss to Gainwell. But Metcalf going to get flagged for a false start here. So don't love to see that. So it's going to back it up to a second and 15. Apologies for the Steelers. So 5:02 here in the second. So I believe that's the 4th penalty this game for the Steelers. So definitely want to see that get cleaned up as the game continues. Steelers going extra offensive lineman here on second and long. Steelers coming into this game, the least penalized team in the NFL. Steelers bring in some motion here. Going to drop back to pass. Rodgers going to dump it off to Gainwell on a little end-around route, and Gainwell going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, plus 1 yard. So he's going to pick up 6 there. It's going to make it 3rd down and 9. Fatali lost his hat in that exchange. But actually, fairly solid play design there. Spencer Anderson was the extra old lineman that had him kind of chip Myles Garrett, and that had him and Gainwell go out on a designed swing pass. So very solid there. So again, 3rd down and 9 here. Rodgers empty set. Browns, again, showing blitzing 5. They're going to bring 5. Rodgers standing in, checks it down to Gainwell, who's going to get only as far as the 30-yard line before he's taken down. That's going to bring up 4th down and 7. And I believe, once again, we'll be seeing the Steelers field goal unit come back out, trying to give the Steelers a 2-possession lead. And so Boswell is back out. Jake Ferguson, meanwhile, with a 19-yard receiving touchdown for Dallas as they take a 7-point lead over Carolina. But again, 4th and 7, Boswell out for his 3rd attempt of the game. Made from 44 and 50 so far in this one. This one from 48, left hash. And he puts this one right through. So Boswell continues to be very successful and gives the Steelers a 9-0 advantage with 3:38 left to go in the half. Remember, the Browns do get the ball to start the second half, but we're going to go to commercial once again. Oh yeah, I forgot we play Thursday. You'll probably be getting you might be getting a Thursday night stream for me. We'll see how some other stuff pans out. But yeah. Oh, that caffeine could not kick in fast enough. Oh, yeah, we are just kind of limited on energy right now. I don't know, but again, we're seeing some good hints from the Steelers offense, but I think that definitely hasn't been super consistent. Want to see, definitely would rather see touchdowns instead of field goals. Uh, but I think we've definitely seen good moments. We've seen, some kind of, more imaginative play calling, which is good. Oh, my head. Shit. All right, mental note: if we're gonna stream a morning game, chill out a little bit there before. Fuck me. Oh, oh Christ. I think we're okay. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and have some Tylenol. Uh, was it? Have some Tylenol at the half because goddamn. Oh, so I think the caffeine is not doing exactly what it hoped, but you know, I still need to get a Boswell jersey. Damn. And they showed an NFL shop ad. That's why I'm like, I should get a steal. I need to get a Boswell jersey still, especially with that number down and putting up all 9 points for the Steelers in this one. But yeah. And we are back out of the commercial break as the Browns are going to have an opportunity to strike before halftime. So we'll see how some of this continues to play out. As again, 3:38 left to go in the half. Kick is away. Going to be fielded and returned. Over the 10 and the 15, over the 20, finds a little bit of running room. Upended though, just shy of the 30. Great play by I believe, Juan Thornhill. There is a flag thrown, and Miles Kilbrew is down and in quite a bit of pain, grabbing at his right knee, so that's not good. So yeah, Kilbrew in a lot of pain. Holding is called on the Browns as well, but yeah, Kilbrew is in a lot of pain, grabbing his right knee. Yeah, that's not good. He's in a lot of pain. They're actually cutting a commercial here. And that, and Killebrew is, not somebody who, or Killebrew is a guy who is very good on that Steelers special teams unit. Not necessarily somebody you'll see on the defense every play, but yeah, plays a very unsung role. So it definitely sucked to see him done, but that looks like a very bad injury, or very severe at least. But yeah, ugh, Jesus. Oh wait, Penn State did it. Penn State fired James Franklin. Fuck Penn State. That's fucking great. That's great news. That's a good little pick me up there. But yeah. All right. Again, still a commercial here, so it's something serious. Oh boy. Yeah, that's not good. I am gonna try to tune in to game chats. Let's see, where is Steelers Browns? There it is. Oh, okay. There's nothing going on. Okay. Yeah. Again, 110 here. Central. I don't know if I need to do eggs. You're free. Yeah. I I guess that's a little bit disappointing for me, huh? Is that you're now free. But hey, fuck Penn State. Go Pitt. Just ignore what we did in the backyard brawl. That wasn't a thing. Actually, I can check the AP poll because I do want to see if I don't know if Pitt's going to be ranked. But I assume we at least got some votes. There we go. 50 minutes. So yeah, Killebrew. I'm not gonna look at that. But yeah, apparently, they're saying his knee just kind of gave out. Oh, Pitt didn't even get any votes. Bullshit. God damn it. All right, but Gabriel gonna be design screen out there to Judy. Gonna go for about 3 yards there on first down. So good, quick pickup there. Steelers have done a nice job at containing the Browns' offense so far. Only 37 yards of actual scrimmage, and then additional 25 yards of penalties, and have kept the Browns to half as many plays as the Steelers' offense. Against Steelers now with a 2-possession lead. 2nd and 7, empty set here for Gabriel. Takes a snap, surveying, looking, firing over the middle, complete to Judy, up to the 29-yard line. Good work by Judy as well to hold on. Deshaun Elliott on the stop after the pickup and first down. So 2:30 left to go in the half now, and I assume this will be the final play before we hit the 2-minute warning. But Judy, 3 catches so far, 26 yards. Gabriel going to go under center here. Judkins is the single back. 2 tight end set. Quick check at the line. A little bit of motion for the Browns. Going to fake the handoff here is Gabriel stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to go down. Gabriel sacked by a combination of Derek Harmon and Alex Highsmith. It's Derek Harmon who's going to get, I think, credited there as he found his way home first. As that'll take us to the 2-minute warning as the Steelers defense doing a nice job picking up that sack. With 2 minutes to go in the second, it'll remain 9-0 as we go to the 2-minute timeout. Oh, my head. Oh. Yeah. Hangovers are a thing. Fuck me. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we're struggling here. The football isn't super exciting, and I'm struggling. So, still here for you, and still think the Browns might sneak this. You shut up. Look, there's still a lot of football to be played, but I think, I think the Steelers defense has done exactly what they've needed to do so far. I think the offense, I'd want to see, a drive get finished. I want to see a drive turn into a touchdown and not a field goal. And can't take the foot off the throat either. That's very, very crucial here. So, the game is certainly far from over, considering that we have not broken into the double digits yet. But again, 2-minute timeout here. So we'll see what goes down as this game continues. Again, Browns with the ball. I believe it's going to be 2nd down and 17 coming out of the 2-minute timeout. After the Derek Harmon sack. Oh. I was taking a look at the Strip District. Very cool. It's a nice shot. And no, the Strip District is not a name for the red light district. It is. I don't. It's a bunch of stores in Pittsburgh, which I would definitely recommend checking out if anybody travels to the Steel City for the draft. Browns push back to their 25. Gabriel in the gun here. It's going to be second down and 14. Gabriel takes a snap. Pressure coming up the middle. Gabriel running around, going to escape the pressure. Going to be throwing over the head of his intended receiver. There is a flag thrown from behind the play. It's illegal use of hands to the face on the defense. Cam Hayward getting flagged for illegal use of hands here. Yeah, it's illegal use of hands. Yeah, gets his hand up under the chin strap. So, gonna get flagged there. So, again, just a lot of penalties here for the Steelers early. Clock stops with 1:54 on the clock, and that gives the Browns fresh extra yards and a fresh set of downs. It's going to push them up to the 30, but it's going to be first down and 10. Gabriel in the gun. Going to be a handoff running left. Going to be up over the 35 to the 40. I'm going to get up to the 42. It's number 34 for the Browns. That is Jerome Ford on the tote. So, good. I mean, again, good run there on first down, and of course, clock stops. So the Browns starting to get something going. And again, they do get the ball out of the halftime break. First and 10. Now working from their own 42. Gabriel Brown's gonna break the snap or break the huddle, and they're gonna go out into empty set here. First down and 10. Steelers showing a potential blitz coming. They're going to bring 5. Flag is thrown, so I think it's going to be offsides again. But this one's going to be complete up to Judy, up into Steelers territory. Sheds the tackler up with a 45, down the 40, shedding tacklers. I'm going to get up all the way to the 36-yard line. Again, there was a flag thrown, but I think it's going to be offsides. Oh, no, it's a legal formation on the Browns. So that play going to get wiped away. So a big connection to Judy deep into Steelers territory and getting the Browns into field goal range will not stand. Yeah, and it's going to be on the left tackle there, who is a bit too far off of the line of scrimmage. And so Robinson very unhappy, but that'll make it first down and 15. So 1:37 left to go in the half. Third penalty of the game for the Browns, and that's a big one because it wipes out that big play. 1:37. Gabriel, running back lined up to his right in the gun. Receiver coming in motion to the near side. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking. Firing. Over the middle. Complete. 85. Who is that? That's to Njoku, who took a big hit there as he made the catch. As Thornhill put a big hit. And Njoku is still kind of doubled over, potentially getting the wind knocked out of him. That will earn a Browns timeout, though. It's a good throw as well. But yeah, again, good catch for Njoku. And yeah, Thornhill just lays into him. So second down and 1. Clock stops with 1:25 left to go. Njoku, in his 9th year, is going to go right to the blue tent on the sideline. Again, second down and 1 after the 14-yard pickup to Njoku. That puts the Browns into Steelers, actually just shy of Steelers territory. Again, only one timeout remaining for the Browns. Gabriel, running back lined up to his right. Going to be 3 receivers to the near side. One going in motion. Going to be a handoff up the middle. Going to, again, make a couple of guys miss. And that's going to be Judkins, who now actually is going to pick up about 5 yards there as he gets down to the Steeler 44. Browns going up tempo now. Gabriel in the gun. Steelers bringing 5. Gabriel has to step up, fires. Hey, that's OPI. Patrick Queen's getting flagged for roughing the passer, but I think we're going to get offensive pass interference. So we'll see what the flags are here. I think we're going to get offsetting penalties, and that's going to stop the clock with 1:03. So we got pass interference on Jerry Jeudy. We got roughing the passer on Patrick Queen. So those will offset, and we'll replay the down. So we're taking a look at the roughing the passer here. Yeah, I guess. Queen tries to jump up late, blocks the pass, and it's just, bit of a high hit. Yeah, Jeudy just completely wraps up Porter. So Brown's going to replay 1st and 10 from the Steeler 45. Gabriel in the gun, takes a snap, 4-man rush, fires over the middle, incomplete. Porter doing a great job to knock that away. It's going to make it 2nd down and 10. That is Joey Porter. Who, again, great to see the Steelers, I believe 3rd or 4th year corner, showing back up. Again, very nice coverage there on the slant. So 1 minute left to go now in the half. Again, 2nd down and 10. Score remains 9-0, but Browns starting to threaten here late into the half. Gabriel in the gun, running back lined up to his right. Gabriel takes a snap. Steelers bringing 5. Gabriel looking, fires left, complete to Jeudy, who's going to, I think, do enough there to pick up the 1st down. I think he got up over the 35. And so that will be a 1st down. And that'll stop the clock with 55 seconds left to go. Porter on coverage is going to end up having forced Jeudy out of bounds after the pickup of 11. So Judy's 4th catch of the game is up to 36 yards now on 6 targets. Browns, 51 yards on this drive so far. They only had 34 in their first 3 drives. Running back lined up to Gabriel's left in the gun. It's going to be 3 wide receivers bunched to the far side. Steelers showing pressure. They're going to bring it. Gabriel over the middle, intended for Jeudy again. Tight coverage by Slay. And Thornhill, though, means that pass will fall incomplete. It's going to stop the clock with 51 seconds remaining. Still struggling a little bit, but yeah, 2nd down and 10 for the Browns. Running back lined up to Gabriel's right in the gun is Jerome Ford. 3 wide receivers again to the far side. Gabriel going to motion out into empty set. Ford will now line up to the left. Steelers showing blitz again. They're only bringing 4. Gabriel stepping around in the gun. It's going to be complete over the middle, but it's only going to be good for about 2 yards there. Going to be taken down at the 42. Brandon Eccles on the stop. Pittsburgh going to call a timeout here with 45 seconds left to go on what will be 3rd down and 8. And it looks like they're going to go to a short break. No, they're just the picture-in-picture commercial break. So Browns continue to be a little bit threatening here. Late in the half. Again, 45 seconds left. Both teams now with 1 timeout each. Yeah, there we go. They did just update the timeouts on the broadcast. So it was a Steelers timeout called there on. That'll make it 3rd down and 8 now. Again, 45 seconds. Again, another kind of big moment here for this Steelers defense to try and hold firm. Browns working from the Steeler 32-yard line. Gabriel in the gun, running back lined up to his left. Going to motion out. Trips bunched to the far side. Gabriel takes a snap, looking to his left, firing over the middle, complete, and Sampson going to be very close to a 1st down. Going to depend where they spot it. I don't know if they got the spot right. The clock will stop with 38 seconds. Cleveland will call timeout here. I don't think he got it, based on where they spotted that ball. I think he will end up picking up the 1st down there. as I do think he just about got forward progress. So if this goes to review, they will give the first down. But I think he will get to the 24. So it will be a first down. Browns burn their last timeout with 38 seconds remaining in the half. Fucking hand. So Browns now out of timeouts. Yeah, I think, he got the first. He got the first. So Browns now working from just inside the Steeler 25. Gabriel in the gun. Running back lined up to his left. Gabriel takes a snap. Dropping, looking, surveying, firing over the middle, complete to Fannin, who's going to get over the 20 to the 19 before he's wrapped up. Clock continuing to roll now. Under 30 seconds to go. So 5-yard pickup. Again, clock continuing to roll now. Ball's going to be spotted at the 19. Browns trying to get a couple more plays off. Steelers showing blitz here on 2nd and 5. They'll bring it. Gabriel looking, fires, complete. Njoku going to find the sideline with 11 seconds left to go. And he'll get all the way down to the 12. So that's another 1st and 10. So Browns have some opportunities to take shots at the end zone here. So, in this 2-minute drill, you're starting to see the Browns offense work a little bit. Gabriel's looked much better here on this drive. 8 of 10 on the drive for 62 yards. So 1st and 10, Steelers going to call a timeout. So Steelers going to use their last timeout here with 11 seconds remaining. All right. Again, apologies for some of the lack in energy. We're working our way through this game. But 3-1 Steelers taking on the 1-4 Browns. Browns threatening here towards the end of the first half. 11 seconds left. Working from the Steelers 12. No timeouts remaining. So can the Steelers defense keep the Browns out of the end zone here? You got 1, maybe 2 shots here for the rookie Gabriel, who's going to be in the gun here. Running back lined up to his right. Steelers showing pressure here at the line. They're going to bring it. Gabriel looking, firing to his left. Clock going to be stopped with 7 seconds left. It's going to be a loss of 1 there, as Ford on the check down gets shoved out of bounds. And so that'll bring out the field goal unit here for Cleveland as they look to get on the board. No, they're keeping the offense out on the field here with 7 seconds. So 7 seconds left to go. That last play burned 4 seconds. So still an opportunity here for the Browns. 2nd down and 12. Again, 7 seconds. Empty set for Gabriel. Snap, drops, fires. Over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Njoku. Queen in there on the coverage, and I think he was the one to get a hand in there to break it up. Just a quick pass. Patrick Queen doing a nice job getting a hand in there to break up that pass. But Njoku was not ready. Was not quite ready. Almost picked off as well. It's going to make it 3rd down and 12. So Schmidt will be out to attempt the 31-yard attempt from just inside the right hash. Snap, hold, kick, and it's right through. So the Browns will get on the board before half, but it will be 9-3. So 4 field goals is your scoring so far as we move into halftime. Browns, of course, will get the ball to start the second half. But your score is Pittsburgh 9, Cleveland 3. And I don't have any other comments right now. So I think, outside of that last drive, obviously with the 2-minute drill, I think the Steelers defense has played pretty well. I think that, there definitely have been moments where there's been, Browns have gotten something going, and I think that last drive there will get some sort of momentum going for the Browns. that we're going to want to make sure gets stamped out before it becomes too big of a concern. On the offensive side of the ball, I think we've seen good moments, but once we get down to like the Cleveland 30, we just started to stall out a little bit. So definitely need to see some touchdowns as we move into the second half. But yeah, I don't know. Not too much to speak of. Important thing right now is the Steelers can currently still have the 9-3 lead, and that's going to end up being the difference. Divisional games are always going to be pretty tight, especially in the AFC North, even in a bit of a topsy-turvy year that this is. So we'll just have to see how the adjustments made during halftime potentially come into play. But yeah, still a lot to keep in mind. Well, excuse me. You know what? I'll chill out here for a bit still. Yeah, my head is not treating me nice. So, I don't know. We're still. Actually, what I will do is I'm gonna go grab food because I need to eat something. So, be right back in a sec. All right, we got some halftime, people. Yeah, we got some leftover pad thai. So we got something to eat. Ow, fucking hand. But I think that I haven't looked too much into some specific stats so far. I feel like we've seen moments from the Steelers' run game that have looked really promising against what's a really stout Browns front seven. So I think that was a good sign. But I think there's a lot to keep in mind as we move into the second half. Oh yeah, dude, that's holy shit. Yes. Even if it's boxed pad thai, it's still pretty good. I definitely need to go get pad thai from an actual Thai place. But this is pretty good. I needed this, especially with the peanuts and the chicken. Super nice. Oh, very good. But again, still at the halftime break here with the score 9-3. It's like we're gonna get the halftime report, so I might get an opportunity to dive into some of the stats here. Oh. But yeah, Rodgers 12-19 for 120 yards has been okay. Oh, what happened? Hold on. Oh no, that's something else. Oh no, Nakua got hurt? Oh, Jesus. Sorry, getting pinged everywhere. Getting so many pings, you'd think it's the... No, we're not gonna... No. Hold on. Oh boy. There we go. Pulling some stuff back up so that way I'm kind of still ready to go. All right. Halftime stats. Let's go ahead and give those a look as we continue here. All right. Yeah, Rodgers, 12-19, 120 yards. Has been pretty efficient, but I think a lot of that has come after the catch. So it's been more of a, getting the ball to people to make plays has been the difference there. Jalen Warren, 6 carries for 23 yards. Would like to see a little bit more of the run game become a factor. Darnell Washington is Steelers' leading receiver with 2 grabs for 48 yards, largely led by that first play strike, which I believe picked up 40 or 30. Actually, no, would have picked up 38
because the second one was for 11. And Jalen Ramsey on the board with a sack. TJ Watt is currently the Steelers' leading tackler. He's been involved 5 times, so that's been pretty good. But Dylan Gabriel, 13 of 18 for 92 yards. I think, again, a lot of that coming on that last fairly long drive for the Browns that had them threatening the Steelers in the red zone. I think the big story has been how well the Steelers have contained the run so far. Judkins, only 6 carries for 14 yards. And then Jerry Jeudy is the leading receiver for the Browns, 4 receptions for 36 yards. If you're looking at team stats, Steelers 166 yards to the Browns 106. First downs pretty even, 10 for the Browns, 9 for the Steelers. Penalties were a big factor in that first half. Steelers penalized 5 times for a loss of 30 yards. Browns penalized 3 times for a loss of 30 yards. So the yardage has been pretty even, but it did wipe out a couple of big Steelers plays. Also gave the Browns a couple of shots at fresh sets of downs early in that game, which I think could have been a little bit more threatening. Third down, Steelers 4 of 8, so pretty effective there. Browns only 2 for 5. And Steelers very much dominating time of possession. 17 minutes, 30 seconds of possession to the Browns, 12 and a half. So time of possession has been going very well early in this game as well. And then Steelers, what are our team rushing yards at? 123 air, 46 on the ground as a team, and that's on 13 attempts for 46 yards. So averaging 3.5 per carry there. Apologies. So again, want to see continued effectiveness on the ground would be some of the hope as we move into the second half. Would also love to see a turnover, start to get some more pressure consistently on Dylan Gabriel, just to make sure that he doesn't have the opportunity to do what we saw on that 2-minute drill, and again, just try to continue to keep the Browns off of the scoreboard. All right. Food. I needed this food. Holy shit. They're even reporting on CBS that Penn State fired James Franklin. Penn State sucks. Didn't Drew Aller also get hurt? Because that's pretty big NFL news as well. Because I think Drew Aller got hurt. So I think that could be very interesting for draft prospects as to how some of that plays out. Yeah, apologies, I'm foodgasming a little bit. All right. So since the Steelers' defense starts on the field, I'm going to follow Tom Grassi's lead and go Pete for the D. I got enough time to do that. So, be back in a sec. And we're back. You're right. But, yeah, I mean, we're still at commercial here. Why am I cold? Oh, my window's open. Whoops. Fix that. Can I fix that, or is this the wonky window? This is the wonky window, yeah. Ugh, damn it. Yeah, that window don't stay up. Alright, well that sucks. Never mind, that window's staying open. But still at halftime here. Again, so still waiting to come out, start the second half. If you're the Steelers defense, definitely want to see a strong start like we did for most of that first half. Especially to stamp down on any momentum the Browns might have picked up on that 2-minute drill. Looks like we are about to start the second half, though. All right, so we are about to start the third quarter now, then. Oh, Steelers as a team as well. 3 sacks on the board. Very big there. Continuing to take down Dillon Gabriel. Going to have to be a key factor as this game continues. Fucking head, man. We're getting back up to speed, I swear. But still very much anybody's game. 1 possession game as well now after the field goal. But QB's pretty comparable in the first half. Gabriel 13-18 for 92, sacked 3 times. Rodgers 12-19 for 120. Hasn't been sacked yet, but has still faced a good deal of pressure. So the Browns' pass rush still certainly being impactful on the Steelers quarterback. But we are lined up and ready to get back underway here. And of course, Browns will start with the ball. So 9-3 lead. The kick is away, and we fielded at 2, up to 5 to 10 to 15. Cut to the near side, going to be tackled short of that 25. Great coverage. Connor Hayward and Peyton Wilson getting in there, getting downfield, and getting the stop on special teams. Browns will take over from their own 22-yard line to start the second half here. But certainly a great open there on special teams to get that kick coverage very nicely. So that's what we're going to want to see continue to happen here. So got to make some plays here if you're the Steelers defense. Try and make sure to reassert your will. Going to be a handoff up the middle for the Browns. Going to be Judkins. Going to get it up the middle. Going to end up picking up 3 or 4 yards there on first down as he went right into the teeth of the Steelers defense. So Browns starting to establish a bit of a run early. Deshaun Elliott getting on the board with a tackle. And it will be a pickup of 4, so that'll make it 2nd down and 6 now. Judkins' only 7th carry of the game. It's up to 17 yards now. So Gabriel going to go in the gun. It's going to be Sampson here, line up to his right. 2 tight end set for the Browns. They're both to the near side. And then 1 wide receiver either side of the line. Browns bringing some motion. Gabriel dropping back to pass. Looking, firing. But it's going to be, there's going to be pressure coming off the edge from TJ Watt. There is a flag thrown. Whoa, okay, they're calling it a fumble on the field. I don't think it's a fumble at all. Oh, come on. Offsides again? Okay, so it would have been an incomplete pass, but there's an offsides call on TJ Watt. So another penalty here. It was an incomplete pass. So ultimately, it doesn't matter. I want to see a review at that offsides. All right, but it's gonna make it third down and short, or second down and 1 here for the Steelers. I formation for Cleveland. Judkins in as the back. We got another flag. This one's going to be a false start on the Browns. So they just got 5 yards to free. They're going to move them back and going to make it second down and 6 once again. Cam Robinson getting flagged for the false start. What do you mean that's offsides? What? Oh, come on. 2nd and 6 now. 6 Steelers penalty of the game. Gabriel dropping back to pass, firing to the left. It's going to bounce around, almost intercepted. Darius Slay got in there with the breakup. Patrick Queen on the bouncing ball in the air almost flew in to force a Steeler turnover. But it's going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended for Harold Fannin. And it's just a great break on the ball. In zone coverage by Slay. And so close to being a big Steelers turnover. It's going to make it 3rd down and 6 now on the Browns' first drive here of the second half. Gabriel in the gun. It's going to be Ford lined up to his right. Fannin going to be sent in motion further out to the near side. It's Gabriel's left. 4-man rush for the Steelers. Gabriel looking, firing. Batted down by T.J. Watt. Getting the pressure in there. Watt was looking to check it down to Ford, but it's going to be incomplete. And so it's going to be a quick 3 and out for this Browns offense. There's T.J. Watt doing a nice job getting in there, getting a pass break up, timing it up to perfection. And and that is a very, very big moment. And with 14:02 left in the game, in the third quarter, good Lord. Brain no work good. Borges is back and ready to punt it away. Steelers showing punt rush here. And the punt is away. Keyshawn Williams going to field it back at the Steeler 5, up over the 10, the 15. Going to make some guys miss, gets it back out to the 21-yard line before he's taken down. So still a solid return after the booming punt from Borges. And so Steelers up 9-3 with 13:48 left to go in the third quarter. And we're once again going to get a commercial break. So definitely what you want to see from the Steelers defense. Obviously, the penalty, on T.J. Watt isn't something you want to see. It's got some pressure onto Dylan Gabriel. Almost came away with an interception, but some solid pass coverage. Obviously Browns opted to not run the ball late on there, but still, good showing there from the Steelers to be able to stamp out any momentum that Cleveland may have picked up on that first drive to start this second half. Oh, my head. Yeah, again, just not full of energy today. So even if this game were fairly exciting, I don't think I'd have that much energy. Oh. Oh boy. But yeah, again, at commercial here, Steelers offense going to be taken over from their own 21-yard line. Oh, yeah. So next week is what? Jags Rams in London is going to be an interesting one. Oh, right. I need to check the Puka Nakua injury. Like, I want to check his status. Yeah, 'cause I know he's on. Yeah, he's in MPI 2. No. Maybe not. Never mind. Okay. Came from somewhere else. Kyron Williams with a touchdown. Very nice. Rams and Ravens going at it. Somebody's got an eye on Eagle head. So, Steelers offense taking back over 1st and 10. Rodgers going to go under center here on the first Steelers play from scrimmage to start the half. Going to be a quick check at the line. Rodgers takes a snap. Going to be a toss to Warren, running left. Going to get past the line of scrimmage, but not going to get much more than that. There was a flag thrown late from behind the play. And it looks like it's going to be holding on the Steelers. And it's going to be Fatani. It's going to be Troy Fatani getting called for the hold. Sorry, Spencer Anderson. So that's going to push the Steelers back 10 yards. It's going to be first down at 20. All right, first and 20 then for the Steelers. So penalties have continued to be have continued to be an issue in this one. The Steelers shooting themselves in the foot, push back to their own 11. Rodgers empty set, looking, firing to his right, complete to Kenneth Gainwell, who's going to get up over the 15 to about the 16. So it's going to make it second down and 15. As again, just that, Browns pass rush continuing to put pressure on. Again, picks up 5 there. So, gotta really want to see a drive get put together here for the Steelers offense. Gainwell going to be in the game, lined up to Rodgers' right. They're letting Myles Garrett up on the far side. Rodgers takes a snap, firing to his left, complete Freiermuth up over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. So good pickup there for Muth. First catch of the day for the Steelers. I would say star tight end. Or at least starting tight end. That's going to be good for 11 yards there. So it's going to make it third down and 4. So starting to get into a bit of a rhythm here, which is good to see. We're seeing a lot of Scotty Miller in this one, which I don't love to see. I'd rather see like a Roman Wilson. Miller sent in motion. Rodgers takes snap. 4-man rush for the Browns. Rodgers looking, firing. Intended for DK Metcalf. It's going to fall incomplete. Is there no flag there? No hold? How is there not a hold there? We're seeing a replay now. He's grabbing his arm, but it's nothing super egregious. But it's going to bring up 4th and 4, so it's dueling 3 and outs for both offenses. So the punt is away, but a bit of pressure getting on Corliss Waitman. There was a flag thrown. Good coverage as well by the Steelers. Only get up to the 34. Are we going to get? It doesn't matter if it's a penalty on Cleveland. It's going to be a first down because it was 4th and 4. So it doesn't matter whether it was running into or roughing. So we are going to get a running into the kicker here on Cleveland. So the Steelers now getting bailed out by a flag. So it's only running into, so it's not roughing. But that is enough to give the Steelers a first down. So very big moment there as the Steelers now getting an extra shot to potentially put some points on the board. All right, yeah, they're talking to the rules analyst here, but the flag is still going to be thrown. 12th penalty of the game. So Pittsburgh getting an extra opportunity here, getting a fresh set of downs. First down for the Steelers off of penalties, though. Rodgers under center. Warren in the game is the single back. Going to be a reverse to Jonnu Smith. Sheds a tackler, gets up over the 35 to the 40, and almost picks up the first down there. I think it's going to be second and about half a yard there on the reverse to Jonnu Smith. So again, big moment there. So Jonnu Smith getting on the board with the carry. So man, if you can keep moving the chains with Jonnu Smith, you might as well go for it. Rodgers going to be under... Actually, no, they're going to give the Steelers a first down here. So, yeah, 1st and 10. It is a Steelers first down, right? I think they had the virtual chain gang for a second there. So Rodgers will go under center here. Darnell Washington comes in motion to the near side. Rodgers. Some checks at the line continuing. Scotty Miller going in motion now to the far side. Going to be a handoff to Warren up the middle, up over the 45, up over midfield, and now Warren does a nice job on the ground to pick up a first down. Again, seeing a bunch of good blocking here as the Steelers' rushing attack starting to get to work. Roger Jones doing a nice job at opening a rushing lane for Jaylen Warren. So back-to-back 10-yard rushes for the Steelers. So 1st and 10, Warren's 7th carry of the game, 34 yards. Remains in the game as the single back. It's going to be play action here. Rodgers standing in there, looking deep down the left-hand side. Blown coverage, but it's underthrown. Metcalf overruns the ball. Yeah, Rodgers just puts a moon ball up there. Metcalf just burns his man, and Rodgers just misses. Campbell on coverage was able to get back to the ball, but it just underthrown. Damn it. All right. 2nd and 10, working from the Browns' 47. Rodgers fakes the handoff to Gainwell, rolling to his right now. Going to be fired. Complete deep, this time to DK Metcalf, deep into Browns territory, over the 25, and down all the way to the Browns' 22. This time, Rodgers and Metcalf connect. And it's a fresh set of downs. And once again, Metcalf does a nice job this time finding the open space. Very, solid levels play design. You had Warren underneath. You had, I believe, that's Scotty Miller on the deep route. And you had DK Metcalf finding a ton of green grass and just able to take that ball and run with it. And it's another Steelers fresh set of downs. And Rodgers fired up on that one, as we've seen a couple of misfires between Metcalf and Rodgers today. 8th target of the game for Metcalf, but 3 catches for 69 yards so far in this one. 1st and 10 Steelers. Handoff, Warren up the middle. Going to be bouncing around up over the 20, down to the 15. And it's another very solid run there. And it's going to be another fresh set of downs. 11-yard carry there. So the Steelers' rushing attack continuing to go to work against what, again, is a very good Browns rush defense. So Steelers continuing to work away here. Under 9 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Steelers into the Browns red zone for the first time today. Rodgers in the gun. Warren is lined up to Rodgers' right. Going to be a handoff once again to Warren. This run going to go for nothing, though. He'll be lucky to get one. It's going to be Alex Wright in there on the tackle for Cleveland. Again, good work up front from that Browns D-line. And Wright just came off the edge, was able to wrap up Warren from behind. But again, second down and 9 now for the Steelers. Rodgers once again going under center. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolling to his right again. Rodgers looking, directing traffic, firing towards the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! It's Connor Hayward who gets on the board, and the Steelers find the end zone for the first time today. And it's Connor Hayward getting what I think is his first or second catch of the year, and the Steelers extend their lead. It's 15-3, extra point pending. Nope, not 26, 15. But again, very nice design play. Warren throwing a great block to allow Rodgers the opportunity to direct traffic. Connor Hayward does a great job finding the soft spot and into the end zone for the Steelers touchdown. Great throw, great work from Hayward as well, adjusting to make that catch. But 10-play, 79-yard drive. Kick from Boswell is up. Kick from Boswell is good. And the Steelers extend their lead now to 13 points. It's 16-3 with 7:46 left to go here in the third quarter. And from 12 yards out, Rodgers to Hayward. Of course, benefited a little bit by that running into the kicker after what looked like an early Steelers 3-and-out. But again, great work from the Steelers offense there to put together a very nice drive. Again, after that initial 3-and-out, to extend their lead back up to 2 possessions. Justin Herbert with a touchdown. Trey McBride with a... Wait, Jacoby Brissett's in the game? The backup Briskett's in the game? Hold on. I guess the backup Brisket must be in the game. And Cam Little has missed 2 kicks. Great. So that's -2 points. Thank you, Cam. Oh, boy. But yeah, again, great. I think it's a great drive. I mean, we saw some really effective running by the Steelers' offensive line. I think, Steelers' offensive line and obviously at running back, some great moments there. That was very promising. But again, it's still in commercial here. But very good to see. Definitely want to see us keep it going. Definitely looking for the defense to continue to be very stout. But that commercial once again should be coming out before too much longer. But very good there. And of course, showing the Duquesne incline. I didn't know they added the Here We Go Steelers thing to the incline. That's cool. I definitely need to. Actually, I don't know when the next. I'll be back for around Christmas, so that could be something to do then. But again, 16-3, 7:46 left to go in the third quarter. And Boswell lined up to kick it back, and the kick is away. And it'll be fielded at the goal line to the 10, the 15, up the middle, 20, 25. Going to get up to about the 30 before he's taken down. Oh yeah, Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio State at Wisconsin is going to be pretty ugly. Not looking forward to that one. Fucking hand. But Steelers defense coming back out. We'll see if they, of course, can get another stop. Rams up 17-3 on the Ravens. Gabriel, handoff running right is Judkins. It's going to be Cam Hayward, though, who's going to stop him after only a 2 or 3 yard gain. Gabriel in the gun. Judkins lined up to his right. 2 tight end set. They're both to the near side. Gabriel. And we're going to have a timeout here called by the Steelers. As Tomlin seen something that he didn't like. Almost 7:05 to go in the third. Timeout is going to get called. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there. But Steelers now down to 2 timeouts. Herbert finding Tyler Higbee. But yeah, Baltimore might be about to fall to 1-5, which would be crazy. But yeah, second down and 7, 7:05 to go in the third quarter. Gabriel Brown's gonna break the huddle in an empty set here. $7:05 left to go in the third quarter. Gabriel takes snap. 4-man rush for the Steelers. Gabriel looking, firing, complete to Njoku. It's going to be good for 5 or 6 yards there. Dragged down from behind by Peyton Wilson. Jack Conklin heading to the locker room. Njoku also looked to be shaken up on that one. Yeah, Njoku is up. So again, going to be third down and about 1.5 yards here. $6:51 to go. Clock stopped for the injury. 6th different starting offensive line combination for the Browns, with the injury to their right tackle. So again, 3rd and 1. Clock now rolling once again. Gabriel in the gun, running back to his left. Takes a snap, design rollout to Gabriel's left, fires, and it's going to be complete to Judy, who sheds a tackler, gets up over midfield, and walks the tightrope down into Steelers territory, down to, I believe, about the Steeler 45. And so the Browns convert here and pick up a fresh set of downs on the design rollout. Actually not quite able to walk the tightrope, so I don't know if he'll be quite into Steelers territory, but certainly is going to be close there. But certainly going to move them back a little bit. And it will be at the Browns 47. Gabriel going under center here with a fresh set of downs. Judy's 5th grab of the game. Play action. Gabriel looking, firing. Going to be tipped in the air. Almost intercepted. And again, it's another back. It's Herbig this time who got a good read on it. Was able to tip it up in the air and was almost able to come away with it. So it will be 2nd and 10. But was very close. Yeah, Nick Herbig just kind of lurking there, covering Judkins, and just not able to come away with the football. But we're seeing the Steelers defense getting so close to making some of these plays. Gabriel in the gun, running back lined up to his left. 2nd and 10, working from the Browns 47. Gabriel takes snap, 4-man rush for the Steelers. Gabriel looking, fires over the middle, complete. That's to Harold Fannin, who's going to run through a couple of Steelers, get all the way down to the Pittsburgh 35 before he's taken down. And so the Browns offense now starting to move.
So again, 1st and 10, 5:17 to go in the third quarter. And I believe we have an injury timeout. It looks to be a Steeler down. They're saying on the broadcast it's Darius Slay, and yeah, we can see him moving pretty slowly off the field. Slay, of course, in his 13th season in the NFL. Still on his feet. They're talking to him on the sideline. Look to be grabbing towards his shoulder, potentially. I don't know if it's a shoulder. I don't know if it's a leg injury. But that will mean Peppers will check into the game for him. Again, 1st and 10 for the Browns. Working from the Pittsburgh 35. Gabriel in the gun. Takes snap, fakes the handoff. Gabriel surveying. Good protection. Going to dump it off, though, to his tight end, who's hit almost immediately. Cole Holcomb hits Whitehart very quickly at the line of scrimmage. So it'll go down as no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And so again, Steelers continue to, we're seeing these kind of moments. The Browns have still found ways to convert and keep their drive alive. So 2nd down and 10, still from the Pittsburgh 35. Only the 14th play from opposing territory so far in this game for the Browns. Gabriel in the gun, takes a snap. Surveying the field, looking, trying to escape to his left. Going to fire deep down the field through the hands of Harold Fannin. He had him open. Jalen Ramsey had the coverage on him. Gabriel as well taking a bit of a shot from Highsmith as he got that ball away. But yeah, Fannin just had a step and it just goes right through his hands. So 3rd and 10 now. 4:17 to go in the third quarter. They're waving the towels. The Pittsburgh crowd getting loud. Gabriel in the gun. Running back to his left, 2 wide receivers either side. Gabriel takes snap, looking left, firing. Complete, bobbled, and dropped by Njoku. So back-to-back drops for the Browns tight ends. And that's going to bring out the field goal unit here. So yeah, Gabriel I think has looked fine. I think he's, obviously you don't have a ton of help with this Browns offense. Schmidt out for his 2nd attempt of the day. This one's going to be 53 yards from the left hash. Schmidt, hold, snap, hold, kick. It is good. So Schmidt will cut the Pittsburgh lead to 10 now. And with 4:08 left in the third, Browns get back on the scoreboard. And we'll once again have another commercial break. Oh. Man, definitely not the most exciting of games. But, has been pretty. I forgot. English is hard sometimes. Yeah, forget it. Game hasn't been super exciting, but Steelers still have the lead. That's the important thing right now. All right. Definitely would have liked to see the Steelers defense shut down that Browns drive before they got in the position to get points. I think we had a couple opportunities there. Obviously, the almost interception by Herbig was the big one there that I think kind of gave a potential there for the Steelers to really do something, have a big swing moment. Because the game certainly is far from over. Again, you got to keep the foot on the throat the whole time. So that's going to be the big difference maker as this continues.
Sorry, really weird Jimmy John's commercial that made me wonder if I was still drunk. Oh, fucking hand. Oh yeah, you can see it pretty good. But yeah, be careful when you're drunk, otherwise you might trip and have to catch yourself and have something that hurts pretty well on your palm. Yeah, 0 sacks for the Browns so far. I think it's definitely been a surprise. That's not to say they haven't gotten pressure. Um, there was, one moment in particular where Aaron Rodgers was going to be sacked, but got like a shuffle pass to Kenneth Gainwell that ended up being an equally negative play. Um, so despite there not being sacked, I think the Browns D line has still been fairly effective, and I think the Browns pass rush as well has hurried Rodgers enough where that's where we've seen some of the misses. Specifically, when he's been trying to connect with DK Metcalf, has been the kind of big thing there, where the pass rush is coming, but it's like, hey, you got an opportunity with Metcalf where you can kind of put it up for him, give him an opportunity to make a play. Kick is away and going to be returned by Gainwell to the 10, the 15, to the 20, to the 25, and then be tackled at about the 27 or the 28-yard line. Yeah, it's been Tyson Campbell versus DK Metcalf for most of the day today. But, again, Tyson Campbell's been very good. Yeah, we did see a missed opportunity where DK Metcalf just kind of blew by him and Rodgers just underthrew the football. But 4:02 left to go here in the third quarter. As the Steelers offense making their way back out. Rodgers going to hand it off to Gainwell running left. Going to find a hole up over the 35 and up to the 37. So the Steelers run game getting right back to work. Should pick up the first down there. And so now Gainwell we're seeing with a chunk play on the ground. It's Hickman on the tackle. It is Jacoby. Jacoby Brissett's in the game for Arizona. So what happened to Kyler? All right, well, not sure what happened there. A fresh set of downs, though, for the Steelers. Gainwell remains in the game. He's lined up to Rodgers' right. Going to be a handoff once again to Gainwell. He's going to forge forward, get up over the 40, and end up getting taken down at the 41. It's going to be a pickup of about 4 yards there. Make it second down and 6. So Steelers continue. I mean, again, the Steelers' run game has looked very solid up to this point. Gainwell will check out of the game, so I believe it's Jaylen Warren now checking back in. Rodgers takes a snap. Big rush for the Browns, looking to his left firing. Roman Wilson complete, and that's his, I believe, that maybe is one of his first catches, certainly of this season. And it's a great completion there. Roman Wilson finding a nice little hitch there. And it's a Steeler first down. So into Browns territory, it's definitely great to be able to call out Roman Wilson, getting something going. So Rodgers going to go under center here. Darnell Washington coming in motion to the near side. Extra O lineman on the field for the Steelers. Wilson now going in motion to the far side. Going to be handoff up the middle. Jaylen Warren going to try to bounce it back to the right. Going to get up over the 45. Going to keep the legs churning. Up over the 40. Taking Browns with them. It's going to end up being a pickup of 9 yards there. And again, I think you're seeing a lot of solid blocking here. But it's also the running backs that have been making plays. Obviously, Jaylen Warren got about 3 Browns that are trying to take him down, and Warren's still fighting through all of them. It's Schweisinger that ends up being the guy who's able to make the tackle. But again, 2nd and 1, Warren's 10th carry of the game. He's up to 52 yards now. Under a minute and a half to go here in the third. Rodgers under center. Darnell Washington going in motion to the far side. Going to be a toss. Warren going to go up the middle. Going to try to break it back left. And going to be taken down for a loss of a yard. Devin Bush ended up being the man to make the tackle. Again, Warren having an opportunity there to try and break it back out. Sheds one tackler, but cannot get away from the ex-Steelers linebacker. That's a hip drop tackle. Not that I want a penalty for that, but it is a hip drop tackle. 3rd and 2, which, if this doesn't stop the clock, it will be the final play of the third quarter. Working from the Browns 40, Rodgers takes the snap. Over the middle, complete. Darnell Washington going to shed Browns defenders himself, gets all the way down to the 25-yard line. 15-yard pickup for the Steelers. As Darnell Washington has been a big feature in this game, and it's another Steelers first down. Again, just another quick hitch route, and you're letting the big body of Darnell Washington do a lot of the work, picking up a nice little run after catch there, and picking up a first down. I imagine that will take us into the fourth quarter, but Steelers once again starting to threaten. Darnell Washington, 5th time being targeted this game. He's up to 3 catches for 62 yards now, and has been very, very effective. And the big Steelers tight end doing a nice pickup. And that will take us into the fourth quarter with the Steelers once again starting to march down the field. Your score remains Pittsburgh 16, Cleveland 6. As we continue to march along with this game. Definitely is, again, if we can get another touchdown here, I'll feel a lot more confident with how this game can progress. Again, in a divisional matchup, don't want to take your foot off the throttle. Don't want to take your foot off the throat. You got to, make sure you play the remaining 15 minutes. But again, there's still a lot that could happen. And you got to keep it clean. Don't want to be picking up a ton of penalties. Don't want to be doing anything stupid. But the run game has been surprisingly efficient today. So if we can keep that going, that would be a very good sign for the rest of the season. There's a headache coming back. I'm getting pinged about stuff. Let's see. I can check fantasy. Doing well so far. I am looking to get to 6-0 in my money league. Still a lot could happen, but we'll have to wait and see. Colts and Cardinals are tied. Oh boy. McPherson, Coleman, Olave's having a pretty solid day. I've definitely seen a lot of mocks a lot of moves mocked where the Steelers could potentially go make a trade for Chris Olave, which I think would be very interesting. I don't know if we trade him and then extend him because I don't know if we'd pay. Because I assume he'd be looking for like Metcalf money, which I don't know if we can afford. I do think we have a solid chunk of cap space next year, but we'll have to kind of wait and see on that front. Jake Ferguson's having a solid day. Jalen Waddle's not doing too bad. Wait, Jalen Waddle threw a pass? Jalen Waddle threw a pass. Okay. Herbert has not had the day that I hoped through the air against the Dolphins. But he has 27-33 for 208, 2 touchdowns, carried for 2 yards. It looks like we are coming back, though, to start the fourth quarter. Again, Steelers threatening. The lone touchdown being on the Steelers' last drive to Connor Hayward. 1st and 10. Rodgers in the gun, working from the Browns' 25. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Rodgers pumps, fires towards the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! DK Metcalf. First play of the fourth quarter. Finds his way to the end zone. Got the coverage they wanted. And it's Metcalf on a fade. And the Steelers into the end zone once again. And they extend their lead once more. It's now 22-6. Again, just a great little head fake there. And, it's Campbell again, who's done a pretty solid job today. But Metcalf able to get open. Rodgers placing that ball beautifully that time. And that time, making it count. Steelers into the end zone and extend their lead up to 16 points. Of course, PAT pending.
DK Metcalf's fourth straight game with a receiving touchdown. Boswell is lined up to attempt the point after. Snap, hold, kick, and it's right through. So on the first play of the fourth quarter, Steelers extend their lead to 17 points. The Rodgers to Metcalf connection working out. And they continue to get working. So with 14:55 remaining in the game, your score, Pittsburgh 23, Cleveland 6. What is this? What is this hope? Again, I think that the thing that has surprised me is that this Steelers offense has looked good today against, again, what is one of the best defenses in the NFL. Like, it's been incredibly surprising here as to, just how this has looked. I think that there is a lot that we can, that we can take so far. I think the run game has looked, really impressive when we've gone to it. Again, we have Aaron Rodgers in there who can just kind of be efficient. That's been pretty good. The offensive line, I think, definitely deserves a shout out for playing very well. And I think that keeping the pressure off of Aaron Rodgers, not allowing him to be sacked, has been very good. So again, we'll see how this continues. I think coming out of the bye week, I think definitely helps that fact. I think having that time off to be able to do that is good. I don't think. I think that there's still stuff to keep an eye on, but we'll have to wait and see. But again, good showing early, so gotta look for that to continue. Oh. But again, at commercial here after the Rodgers to Metcalf touchdown. Apologies. Oh. Yeah, it's been pretty good so far. Up on the top of Mount Washington is where they'll have the kind of scene shot. And no, I don't mean our tight end, who is massive. But of course, Pittsburgh being the host for the draft next year, so definitely going to be attending that. But the kick from Boswell is away. Going to be a shorter one, going to be fielded at the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25, the 30, and going to be tackled at the 32. Again, Rodgers just kind of has continued to be solid. And again, it's been giving him time to do things, whether it's been designed rollouts, whether it's just been, Rodgers getting that little bit of time, and it's, just been continuing to go to work here. But Steelers continue to hold the lead. Most passing touchdowns by a QB of 40 or more years old. Rodgers just passed Warren Moon to move up to third. 19 of 28 for 223 and 2 touchdowns today. Gabriel in the gun, running back lined up to his right. Steelers bringing 5. Gabriel looking, firing, complete. That's over the middle to Fannin, who does enough to pick up the first down. He'll keep chugging, though. He'll get up over the 45, and he's not going to be brought down until he gets up to the 49-yard line. So the Browns' rookie tight end has been, outside of that pretty bad drop earlier in this game, has been pretty effective in the pass game. So again, 1st and 10. Gabriel still in the gun, going to be handoff up the middle to Ford, who's going to find a bit of a running lane. He's going to pick up about 8 yards there on first down and get up into Steelers territory. He's down to the Pittsburgh 45. So the Browns showing some urgency on offense now as they look to get to work. They're going up-tempo here as it'll be 2nd down and 2. Again, working for the Pittsburgh 45 now. Gabriel takes a snap, looking, firing over the middle. Almost intercepted again. It went through the hands of Njoku, and it hit Thornhill right in the breadbasket. And for the 3rd time today, the Steelers coming inches away from forcing a turnover.
As Thornhill, I just think wasn't expecting the ball to go right through the hands of Njoku, and he's just unable to make the adjustment and come away with it. That will make it 3rd down and 2. Browns 3 of 8 on 3rd down today, but the average distance has been 11.4 yards. So 3rd and 2, going to be much more manageable. Play clock winding down. They do get the snap off. Steelers rushing forward. Gabriel looking, stepping up in the pocket, trying to escape. Going to be incomplete as T.J. Watt got a hand in there to break up Dylan Gabriel's throwing motion. And T.J. Watt has been a massive factor in this game, getting pressure. That's would be his 2nd time getting that ball knocked away today. But forcing another incompletion, effectively a 2nd pass breakup in this one. It looks like the Browns keeping the offense out here. 4th down and 2. 13:47 left to go in the game. Steelers with a 17-point advantage. They're waving the towels. They're getting loud here on 4th down. Browns 8 of 8 on 4th down. 4th and short. It's less than 3 yards to go. Gabriel takes a snap. Surveying the field. Firing over the middle. Wide open. Number 16 in there on the reception. That's Isaiah Bond making the reception. Brandon Eccles ending up making the tackle, but he's slow to get up here. Njoku, meanwhile, is walking to the locker room. As Eccles landing awkwardly there. So again, we're going to go to a brief injury timeout for the Browns, finding a way to convert there on 4th and 2, keeping their drive alive in Pittsburgh territory. Yeah. All right. So again, injury timeout for Brandon Eccles here in the 4th quarter, as the Browns looking to keep their chances alive in this one. Oh. Again, excuse my lack of energy. But, again, continue to go to work. Steelers have come so close to a turnover so many times today. I feel like one's got to be coming, especially as it gets late and the Browns continue to have to take more and more shots at the end zone. Or, more and more shots to make big plays that'll, open up opportunities. Yeah, I don't know, but again, at commercial here. I believe 12 minutes left to go in this one, or about 12 minutes, give or take. As we are back out of commercial. Oh. So Browns, fresh set of downs here, with an opportunity to find pay dirt for the first time. 13:36 left to go. Working from now the Steelers' 39-yard line. After the injury to Brandon Eccles. Gabriel, going to be a design running back screen to Ford. Patrick Queen comes flying in. Does a great job to blow that up. I think Ford will end up with a pickup of 1. We'll see if they say he reestablished, making his way forward. Patrick Queen came flying in there. It'll actually go down as a loss of 2. Yeah, Patrick Queen does an incredible job of just flying in there, recognizing the play. Peyton Wilson also in there on the stop. Going to push the Browns back to the Steeler 40. Gabriel looking, firing over the middle, complete once again to Ford. This time it'll go. He'll fall forward, pick up about 6 or 7 yards there. It'll make it 3rd down and 4. Again, Browns staying up tempo here,
trying to make sure they don't burn too much clock. Working down from the Steelers 33. Gabriel takes a snap, looking, firing. Going to be complete, but going to be tackled just short. Porter on the tackle. I believe it's Bond in there with the reception. It's going to be 4th down and 1. Sorry, 4th and 2. So Browns, another 4th down. Another 4th and short. Now 9 of 9 on the season in these scenarios of 4th and 3 or less. Getting loud again. Clock gets down to 12 minutes left to go. Gabriel up the middle. It's going to be good for Judkins to pick up the 1st down. Down to the 25 of the Steelers. Going to get pushed forward to the 24. But the Browns convert again. Just going full house there. And the Browns once again convert. So Steelers 24 now. Back into the no huddle. Goes Cleveland. Continuing to threaten here with the tempo offense. Gabriel takes a snap. Steelers bringing 5. Gabriel puts it up there. Going to be overthrowing Isaiah Bond. Patrick Queen bringing the heat in there on Gabriel. Pretty much completely unblocked. Rushed that throw. But yeah, Queen doing a nice job at, finishing that hit on Gabriel. 2nd and 10 now. Steelers showing pressure here at the line. We'll see if they bring it. Gabriel, empty set. Judy coming in motion. Takes a snap. Steelers bringing 5. Gabriel rolls out to his left. Gabriel directing traffic. Throwing, firing towards the back of the end zone, but going to overthrow Jerry Judy with nobody close to him. And so now it's going to be 3rd down and 10 with 11:14 left to go. As Eccles just kind of lost his man there. Very tough throw on the run there. But yeah, just past the outstretched hand of Jerry Judy. So 3rd and 10 now. 11:14 left to go in the game. 12th play of the drive here for the Browns. 3rd and 10. Gabriel, running back lined up to his right. 2 receivers available on either side of the offensive line. And the play clock runs out. It's going to be delay a game on Cleveland. So I'm going to push him back now to a 3rd down and 15. And that'll give, I think, this Steelers crowd a little bit more juice. But again, Steelers crowd going to be getting loud here. 3rd and 15. Browns trying to keep their chances alive in this one. In the gun. Gabriel. Bond in motion. Takes the snap. Surveying. Gabriel looking over the middle. Firing complete. Going to be a yard short. There is a flag. There's multiple flags thrown here. Deshaun Elliott laying a huge hit on Harold Van, or sorry, that's 84. Oh yeah, he's concussed. That was a massive hit. Joey Porter is now dead. Joey Porter is down as well. So it's holding on Jalen Ramsey. And we're getting an unnecessary roughness call on Joey Porter. So that's going to be another half the distance. So the Browns will pick up a 1st down. Sorry, it's going to be Deshaun Elliott who's going to get flagged for the unnecessary roughness, not Joey Porter. I think it looks worse. And it was definitely a huge hit on Larvidan. So it'll be 1st and goal now for the Browns. So Larvidan will be out of this game, almost certainly with a concussion. So 11 to wait. Porter checked out of the game as well. 2 tight end set for the Browns. Gabriel remains in the gun. 1st and goal from the Steeler 8. Gabriel. Steelers showing pressure. They'll bring it. Going to be handoff up the middle to Judkins. He'll get down to the 5. So pickup of 3 there. Daniel Akwale ending up making the stop. Browns staying no huddle here. Keeping it up tempo. 2nd and goal now from the 5. Steelers once again showing pressure. They're going to bring it. Gabriel over the middle, off the helmet of Isaiah Bond, who just was not ready for it. Yeah, Bond again just not ready for it. It's the 2nd time today, at least where we've seen, where we've seen a pass intended where just the receiver just not ready for it. So 3rd and goal now from the 5. 15th play of this Browns drive. Blitz again for the Steelers. Gabriel firing. And there's going to be, what? Judy and Eccles in coverage. It was intended for Judy. Brandon Eccles on coverage. We'll see what the call is. If anything, it's a holding on Judy. How is that pass interference on Eccles? How is that pass interference on Eccles? That's going to give the Browns a fresh set of downs. How is that a flag on the Steelers? Judy runs into him and then throws him to the ground. You serious? 9th penalty of the game for the Steelers. And that's been one of the big stories. So Browns now at the 3. And a fresh set of downs. Gabriel in the gun. Ford to his left. Takes a snap. Looking to throw. Looking to escape. Fires out the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Multiple defenders in his face. Herbig was the first Steeler to get the pressure. Yeah, Herbig just completely unblocked. Holcomb came up the middle unblocked. Herbig came off the edge and applied more pressure. 2nd and goal now. 10:22 to go in the game. A lot of plays for the Browns. But not a ton of time. Once again, 2nd and goal from the 3. 16th play of the drive now for the Browns. 4 minutes and 31 seconds, though, is all that has elapsed. Gabriel takes a snap again, looking to his left. And this time he's going to go down. He's wrapped up and thrown down back at the 16. It's Nick Herbig who finds his way home. And that's now going to make it 3rd and goal from a long ways out as Herbig does a great job. Cuts inside and just beats his man. Finds his way home. Cole Holcomb was coming through again with more pressure. And the Steelers defense starting to really tune up this Browns O-line. And now it's 3rd and goal from the 16. 4th sack of the game for this Pittsburgh defense. 3rd hit of the game. 3rd quarterback hit of the game for Herbig. His first tackle, and it's a big sack. Going to get marked at the 14, actually. Gabriel takes snap, looking right, firing towards the end zone. Batted around, off the hands of Porter, almost picked off, and then almost caught by Jerry Jeudy in the end zone. But it's still going to fall incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and goal now from the 14. And again, the Steelers have come so close so many times to forcing a turnover. But that'll bring out the Browns field goal unit, and Porter is down again. So Porter needs assistance getting up as well. 9:33 left to go in the game. And so it'll bring Andre Schmidt back out for what will be a fairly short field goal attempt. It is towards the open end of the stadium, but this one will be from 32 yards, right down the middle. Still waiting, so still haven't quite gotten it off. Now they're ready to go. So Schmidt lined up for the attempted third field goal of the game. Schmidt, snap, hold, kick. And it's right through. So again, cutting the lead once again. Now it's back down to a 2-score game. So it's now Steelers 23, Browns 9, with 9.5 minutes left to go in the game. But, yeah, I mean, definitely, I think Browns going up-tempo there. Definitely messed with the Steelers defense a little bit. Oh, excuse me. And, obviously led to that long drive. I think it ended up being 17 plays, but still only took about 5 minutes off the clock. Again, this Steelers defense is so close to coming away with a turnover. But, continue to get pressure on Gabriel. Very good there. Continue to take him down for sacks. Continue to make him rush throws. And you will get that opportunity to really ice this game. And now the offense as well, similarly, has an opportunity to really put this game on ice. As again, if I feel like you get a touchdown here, that pretty much is officially game over. But we'll see if they can do that. I think even a field goal potentially starts to put this game out of reach. Again, it's certainly never completely over, but would love to see a nice touchdown drive here. But Steelers about to get the ball back with a 14-point advantage. Oh, my head. Yeah, fan reaction video, I think will be a little bit delayed, but I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I think Steelers will run the ball well, especially in the second half, so I imagine we're going to see a good chunk of that. But, again, still at commercial here after Andre Smith's third Browns field goal of the day. Coming out of commercial, though. And we are lined up and set to kick, to receive the kick. Jesus, my brain is not functioning today. Good Lord. Andre Smith's kick is away. It's going to be fielded up the far side. 5, 10, 15, 20. Tries to shit at his man where the 25 spins, but going to be taken down at the 27-yard line. So 9:22 left to go in this game. Of course, coming up next are 49ers Bucks and Bengals Packers. So certainly some interesting games in that slate. Definitely be interesting to see what happens in Bengals Packers. Dallas and Carolina tied at 27 apiece. Rams are going to hold on. Rams will win against the Baltimore Ravens. Final score there is going to be 17-3. Extra offensive lineman in the game for the Steelers. Spencer Anderson going to line up at fullback. Caleb Johnson in the backfield. Steelers effectively with 7 O-linemen on the field. Rodgers trips, but going to hand the ball off successfully to Caleb Johnson, who's going to get up over the 30 to the 31. So going to be a pickup of 3 yards there. They'll make it second down and 7. Colts also take a 4-point lead with 4.5 left to go in the game on a Jonathan Taylor rushing touchdown. 7th rushing TD
rushing score of the year for Taylor. 2nd and 7, 9 minutes left to go in the game. Rogers going to go under center once again. Kenneth Gainwell in the game as the single back. Still with the extra offensive linemen on the field are the Steelers. Rogers tossed to Gainwell, running right. He's going to be met in the backfield and tackled at the 30. As sniffed out immediately by Schlesinger. So 3rd and 8 now for the Steelers. Conversion here would be big. But again, it's a great play by Schlesinger. Doesn't fall for the Steelers' misdirection. Down about 8 minutes left to go now. Steelers to the line. Rogers in the gun. Running back lined up to his right. Still a 2 tight end set. It's Washington and Smith. Browns showing blitz. And timeout is going to be called here by the Steelers. So 7:54 left to go. Steelers burn timeout number 2 as they're going to try to reset here. So very, very big moment. For the Steelers, conversion would be big because that burns another 2 minutes off the clock at least. And if you're the Browns, that gives you an opportunity to close this 2-possession lead. Steelers have been 5 of 10 so far on 3rd downs today. Browns 3 of 11, but of course they got a couple of 4th down conversions on their previous drive to keep drives alive. But 3rd and 8, 7:54 left to go. Rogers in the gun. 3 wide receivers, same formation. Washington, Smith, and I believe that's Scotty Miller to the near side, and only DK Metcalf to the far side. Gainwell going to go in motion, a little bit wider. Now going to line up as a receiver, so empty set for the Steelers. Browns bringing forward. Rogers, quick, out to the right to Gainwell. Going to try to shed his man, but only going to pick up about 3 yards there. Schlesinger again on the tackle. So it's going to be a quick 3 and out there, and it's a good stop from the Browns defense. And it's just looked to be a bit of a pick route there. Throw a little bit low from Rogers, so Gainwell not quite able to get to the edge. And again, Browns defense giving an opportunity for the rest of this team. So that'll bring out Corliss Waitman and the Steelers punt unit. And the punt from Waitman is away cleanly. Going to be fielded at just shy of the 15, up over the 20. Quick stutter step. Kind of tries to bring it up to the outside, up over the 20, and out to the 25. Cole Holcomb eventually forces Isaiah Bond out of bounds. And so Browns will get the ball back with 7:05 left to go in the game when we get back from this commercial break. Oh, my head. Yeah, I don't know. I am out of energy at this point. Oh, all right. Yeah, I am out of energy. I need a shower. I'm probably going to bed early. I mean, at least, check this off. I'm going for a run tomorrow, but ugh. Oh boy. Yeah, I am out of energy. I apologize if this hasn't been the most intriguing commentary ever. But, yeah, again, Browns get the ball back. Going to be working from their own 25, down 14, with 7 minutes left to go. So still a lot to do. And if you're the Steelers defense, now would be a great time to finally come through and force a turnover. But, course, game is not over yet. Got to keep going until the clock hits 0. Ugh. Fucking head. But still at commercial here. Aaron Rodgers still hasn't been sacked today either, which is a pretty big surprise. And they are playing Renegade, so that's how you know it's a big moment for this Steelers defense. 7:05 to go in the 4th. So still a lot left. Still got to get it done. But they press the Renegade button. So big moment. Browns, 1st and 10. Again, trying to keep the game alive. Trying to keep from falling to 1-5. Steelers, 329 yards of offense today. Browns, almost at 200. Gabriel in the gun, running back to his right. Gabriel takes snap, handoff to Judkins. Up the middle, going to get swallowed up at the point of attack and taken down by continual waves of Steelers. It's Deshaun Elliott who ends up being the man to bring down Judkins to pick up of only 1. They'll make it 2nd down and 9. Clock, of course, continuing to roll. Browns had to go into that up-tempo offense that we saw during last drive. Steelers bringing for once again. Gabriel looking right, firing, complete. Fannin for the 35. Going to be very close to a 1st down. I think he's going to fall forward and get it. Depends where they spot it. I think they will get a fresh set of downs up over the 40. Actually, no, it's going to be 3rd and 1. They're going to go up-tempo here. Continue to stay up-tempo. Again, 3rd and 1. Gabriel in the gun, running back to his right. Handoff up the middle. Good for a 1st. Just shy of the 45. Is Judkins. That's Yaya Black, I believe, ended up making the tackle there for the Steelers. But again, fresh set of downs. Under 6 minutes left to go now. From the 44, Gabriel in the gun. Running back to his right. Takes a snap. Looking left. Firing over the middle. Again, it's Fannin, who's going to continue to get up over midfield. Into Steelers territory. Gets taken down at the 49. Holcomb and Queen bring him down. Sorry, 48 of the Steelers is as far as he got down to. Again, you're seeing a lot of soft zone here. Gabriel stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to get taken down. It's Herbig who finds his way home again off of the edge, and this very deep Steelers edge group is able to continue to find ways to get pressure. And so Gabriel goes down and gets sacked again. I think a little bit of both. I think the Steelers have shot themselves in the foot a lot tonight, but it's going to make it 3rd down and 8 now. Gabriel in the gun. Steelers bringing a load of pressure. Actually, they're going to drop out. Gabriel surveying, trying to escape to his left. Jalen Ramsey chasing him, and Jalen Ramsey picks up his 2nd sack of the day, and that'll make it 4th down. Back-to-back sacks for the Steelers defense, and Jalen Ramsey picks up his 2nd of the day as a bit of a delayed blitz for Ramsey. Forces Gabriel to scramble. He can't find anybody. And again, it's going to bring up a big 4th down now as Jalen Ramsey makes his presence known. 4th and 12 for the Browns. Almost 4 minutes left to go now. We'll break the huddle. 6th sack of the day for this Steelers defense. Back at Browns have to get to the Steeler 46. Gabriel takes a snap, surveying, escaping to his left, firing, incomplete, it's knocked away. Patrick Queen was the first one there, and the Steelers will take back over with 4 minutes and 2 seconds. It's a big stop there for the Steelers, and that may just about put this game to bed as the Browns turn it over on downs. Daniel Ekuwale getting the pressure in there on Dylan Gabriel.
And so Steelers take back over. First down and 10. And so just trying to burn the rest of the clock here. Just looking to get points. Just don't keep it fancy. Keep the ball safe. Keep a hold on to it. And so Steelers take over from the Cleveland 42. First turnover of the day, effectively, as the Steelers do it on downs. Caleb Johnson going to be in the game as the single back. Rodgers under center here. 4:02 left to go in the game. Rodgers takes a snap. Hand off to Johnson. Running right. Going to get back to about the line of scrimmage, but going to be met pretty quickly in the backfield and taken down. Browns have done a lot better against definitely better offenses. I think it's been a little bit of both. I think the big thing of note. Chargers beat the Dolphins by 2. Bit of a surprise there on a game-winning field goal. But the Steelers' O-line has been very solid so far in this game. I'll just say this game. Steelers' O-line has been very good. Myles Garrett hasn't really factored into the game at all so far. Again, there's still moments now. Also, Cleveland called their first timeout. But again, the Steelers have been efficient, which is, again, continues to be a good sign. We've had moments where we've been able to run the ball as well against what's one of the second best rushing defense in the league so far. Play action. Rodgers finds Smith. So he'll pick up, I think it's about 6 yards there. So make it 3rd down and 3. Timeout again by the Browns. 3:50 left to go. Indy up 4 on Arizona with 47 seconds left. Of course, Denver beating the Jets earlier today. But 3rd down and 2. Caleb Johnson in the game at running back for the Steelers. They're going to Ben Skoranek going to check out of the game here. Mike Tomlin, 26 and 6 against rookie quarterbacks. Looking to improve to 27 and 6. Rodgers in the gun. Steelers now working from the Cleveland 34. Got to get to the 32 for a first down. Rodgers takes the snap. Hand off to Johnson. Up the middle. Going to be met in the backfield again by a horde of Browns. Myles Garrett on the board with only his second tackle of the game. And it's going to push. So Steelers not going to be able to move the chains. Browns going to call their final timeout with 3:44 left to go in this one. So that'll bring Chris Boswell back out to attempt another Steelers field goal. Again, field goal here pushes that lead back out to 3 scores. .344. Boswell has made from 44, 48, and 50 so far today. This one going to be from 54 from the right hash. So again, trying to extend the lead back out to 3 scores. 54-yard attempt, right hash. Kuntz to snap, Waitman to hold. Snap, hold, kick. Did it get blocked? It got blocked. Or no. Did Boswell slip? I think Boswell slipped. Yeah, Boswell slipped. I mean, that's the field conditions messing with Boswell there as he just couldn't find his footing. Boswell's foot just created a massive divot there as the field conditions have continued to deteriorate throughout this game. Yeah. Well, that sucks. So Steelers will not extend the lead beyond 14. Well, that's not great. Again, Steelers 23, Browns 9. Gabriel in the gun, taken back over from the Browns 44. Takes a snap, surveying, stepping up in the pocket, trying to escape, going to dump it off to Jerome Ford, who's going to get up over the 45 and get hit hard by Patrick Queen at the Browns 48. It's going to be a pickup of 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock continuing to roll. Browns out of timeouts here, under 3.5 to play, so they're going to have to go up tempo now. Gabriel in the gun. 3 wide receivers spread to the near side. Running back to Gabriel's left. Gabriel, 4-man rush for the Steelers, takes the snap. Gabriel surveying, checks it down to Jerome Ford. Gets up over midfield, just short of the 1st down. Peppers ends up being the man to make the stop. Under 3 minutes to go now. And Peppers is now down. Yeah, Peppers is now banged up. Oh, yeah, it's not great. Peppers taking a bit of friendly fire there from Patrick Queen. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 now from just on the Steelers' side of midfield. Yeah, Peppers just taking an awkward hit there. But yeah, 23-9 is your score. .247 left to go. 3rd and 1 from the Steeler 47. Gabriel. Ford to his left. It's going to be handed off to Ford. He's going to go up the middle, pick up the 1st down. Gets all the way down to the Steeler 41 before he's taken down. Keanu Benton, one of the Steelers defenders, in there to make the tackle. 2:26 left to go. It's going to be marked at the 42. Gabriel in the gun. 3 wide receivers again to the near side. Steelers once again bringing forward. Gabriel looking, firing. Going to be off the hands of Isaiah Bond. Was put a little bit behind him. So stops the clock with 2:12 left to go now. Panthers beat the Cowboys. Oh, no. Panthers take down Dallas. Oh, boy. Scooter better be ready to talk about it. 2:12, 2nd and 10 for the Browns. Again, working from the Steelers 42. Trying to close it to 1 score. Gabriel. Ford stays in the game. Takes the snap. Gabriel. Going to get pressure on him. Jack Sawyer was in there. Peppers back on the field. But yeah, Sawyer doing a nice job getting some pressure on there. And Gabriel taking another hit. And I think you're seeing some of the depth the Steelers have on defense because Watt and Hayward are on the sideline with helmets off at this point. No, yeah, I mean, no reason to kind of risk that. Definitely good to give some of your other defensive players some good reps. Again, with it being a 2-score game, don't necessarily need to do too much. Gabriel, over the middle, complete to Harold Fannin. There is a flag thrown. Fannin continuing to shed tacklers. Gets all the way down inside, I believe, the 10. Down inside the 20 to the 18. There is a flag thrown. And it's offsides. Offsides on Joey Porter. So penalty going to be declined, so that play will stand. And this is the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes left to play here in Pittsburgh. Browns, once again, trying to cut into the lead. It's only 14, so still need an onside kick. And the Browns also out of timeouts. But trying to seal the deal here against the Cleveland Browns. Not much time left to go. The Steelers looking to
looking to seal the deal and improve to 4-1. Again, still a lot that can happen in 2 minutes, but just trying to make sure it's locked down because it's going to be a tall order for the Browns at this point. Oh. Yeah, there's the headache coming in. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, so streaming while hungover is a choice. But, yeah, again, not too much time left to go. Browns still threatening. Will have 1st and 10 from the Steeler 18. And I think, seeing the Browns have some of the success in the up-tempo offense is a little bit concerning. I don't think it definitely hasn't been a flawless game today from the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, tons of missed opportunities have come so close to turning the ball over or to forcing a turnover a lot. I think offense has done admirably. I think, 20, you maybe want to see a little bit more than 23 points. I think we're a good chunk of miscommunications there. Obviously, the Chris Boswell field goal miss coming down to field conditions more than Boswell just outright missing.
But again, just got to seal the deal. And if you can keep finding ways to win throughout the entirety of the season, then I think that's that is the big thing. They're showing the
Ferris wheel set up currently on the Roberto Clemente Bridge for Oktoberfest. Again, 2 minutes left to go. Steelers just trying to seal the deal now. (23-9) is your score. Browns, though threatening, with 2 minutes left to play, to try and cut that lead to 7. Gabriel takes a snap, looking to his left, firing. Towards Judy, it's going to be out of his hands and incomplete over towards the sideline. James Pierre in coverage. Been a couple of misses between Gabriel and Judy during this one. But has definitely tried to keep going. This game has been, 3 hours and 14 minutes about? Good Lord. 1:55 left to go, though. 2nd and 10. 1:55 left to go now. Gabriel in the gun. Motion to the near side. Gabriel takes a snap. Sawyer got a great jump, got the pressure, but Gabriel able to get that ball off. Jamari Thrash on the grab. Cleveland, it's Robinson down for Cleveland. So there's a Cleveland injury. And so, grabbing towards his hamstring. The Sawyer came flying off the edge, but just goes into the back of Robinson, and that looks very... Ugh. Yeah, that does not look great for Robinson. I don't know if it's just awkward. But yeah, just, very unfortunate there where, Sawyer just came flying off of that edge. Very TJ Watt-esque jump in terms of the time at the snap and just coming flying off the edge. But we're at commercial once again now. Is that a Carnegie Mellon shirt? Huh. Sorry, is that a Carnegie Mellon shirt? Is what I should go full Yinzer and say Carnegie instead of Carnegie, which I believe is the way to go. Zach, just kind of getting rid of this. All right, there we go. Bengals Packers is going. Panthers walk off the Cowboys. Fucking head, man.
course, got another London game next week. But yeah, it is Cam Robinson is walking off the field, so he is under his own power. I think it was just potentially an awkward moment there. 3rd and 6 for the Browns. Gabriel in the gun. Steelers bringing forward. Gabriel looking left, firing. Incomplete. Knocked away by James Pierre. So great play there. And Browns, game on the line here on 4th and 6. Just looking for Judy on that out route. Just great break on the ball by James Pierre. Getting a hand in there to knock it away. And we're about to see pass attempt, I believe, number 58 of the game for Dillon Gabriel. But 4th down. Yeah, this is going to be the 58th pass attempt for Dillon Gabriel in this one. 4th and 6. Gabriel takes a snap. 5-man rush for the Steelers. Gabriel looking, firing towards the end zone. Incomplete. And that will be your ball game. It's off the hands of Harold Fannin. And that will be your final score. As the Steelers will hold on. Yeah, Gabriel getting some pressure coming at him. Yeah, was looking for Fannin. Eccles and Elliott in coverage. But yeah, Steelers will get the job done. And have gotten it done fairly comfortably, I would say. Final score will end up being 23-9. Got to see victory formation here. But, I think, it was definitely surprising to see the Browns throw the ball so much today. I think, they got put in a lot of situations where they had to. Run game really wasn't working, and they kind of just abandoned it. But that will do it. It is victory formation for the Steelers. So Steelers will advance now to 4-1 overall with their first win in the division. Baltimore and Cleveland both dropped to 1-5. Cincinnati, of course, currently playing the Packers, so we'll have to wait to see how that pans out. But Steelers with at least a game and a half advantage, considering we've already had our bye week in the division. Again, just have done a very solid job so far. I believe it is Mason Rudolph taking the kneel down. It is Mason Rudolph in the game to take the kneel down. We'll have to do it one more time. But just one more. And again, you just have found ways to win football games here early. And again, coming off the bye, definitely a good showing. Obviously, the game against the Vikings was very good. But, again, one more kneel down will do it. But we can switch the game over to final. Definitely going to have a good chunk of thoughts for post-game review. Here is the final kneel. And that will officially do it. So the Steelers defeat the Cleveland Browns by a final score of 23-9 in their division opener. And again, continuing to make things work. Thank you. But yeah, definitely be sure to keep an eye out for the post-game reaction before too long. But again, another good win. Steelers continue to keep rolling. And again, I think this is a great win to kind of keep momentum going. And you just want to see this kind of continue to keep happening throughout the rest of the year. So I'll leave a lot of the post-game thoughts for that reaction video. You'll see that before too long. But thank you for joining me. Hope you have a great rest of your day and keep enjoying whatever football games you continue to watch. Keep on keeping on. Until next time, have a good one.